Gravy gang! What is going on, guys? It's Past Gravy, episode number 516 with Alex, Pat, and Robert, hanging with you guys and gals again. If you're watching, Robert just waves to you. Very kind of you, Robert. Go watch the YouTube version of the podcast, youtube.com/@PastGravyPodcast, or just search at YouTube. Subscribe to us. We want to get to 500 subscribers. I don't know what's going on with our subscribers. We need those numbies up, all right, guys? We need those numbies up. I was doing some work after the morning show today, and as I was podcasting the show we normally do, the Rod Ryan Show, shout out. But we had talked at one point about an 80-year-old man that got arrested for stealing a bunch of condoms, and I just kind of, as I was like uploading all that stuff, I was like, you know what? Like at a certain age, you should just be able to steal shit, and like in your 80s. I feel like it's like, you know what? You paid your dues. Like, you can just take shit. Like, maybe not like a whole cart of groceries, but like, you just want to grab like a case of beer. You want to grab some hand soap. Like, load up, buddy. You could take that. I'm not going to apprehend that guy if I see an 80-year-old man stealing shit. And it's like, you should just, like, there's no penalty. Like, you made it 80 years plus, have it. I don't care. I'll cover that as a taxpayer. Every Olympic year, I will cover that.
Don't treat them like children. I just think that they shouldn't be charged. You can try and steal whatever the fuck you want. You just won't be charged with it, but we can still stop you. But if you're 80 and you can sneak some shit, good for you. You fucking earned that right.
I just think that we should like almost like be like, I'm like, everybody just universally is willing to turn the other cheek. And I think that like 80 is like when you steal shit, like, cause like, look, I'm not going to make it to 80, you know, like, I'm not going to make it to 80. So like most people are probably not going to make it there. But like when you do, like, here, have some shit. Like, I think at like 40, we should start with something small, like jaywalking. Like, you cannot get ticketed for jaywalking after you are 40 or older. It's like, all right, like very few times is that going to happen, but like you can get away with it.
No, 40 is
40?
way too
I think
young.
40 is like you start basic.
Alex, we are not that far from 40.
Right. But then like it'd be cool to just be allowed to jaywalk.
No, like, but that's the thing is most people are fucking idiots. And all of a sudden 40-year-olds can just walk across the, they're going to have their head down, walking between cars. I don't even care that they're going to get hit by the car and die. I care that they're going to be rising insurance rates from all the cars that they're getting hit by. And then that's going to raise my rates, and I didn't fucking do anything. 40's way too. You don't get shit at 40. Yeah, granted, back in the day, 40, that was the end of your life and you died.
But jaywalking is such a little thing.
It shouldn't be a crime anyway. Don't get me wrong.
Right. So I'm saying, like, let them have that one. Like, cool, you get something.
Too many people make it to 40.
40-year-olds don't get shit. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, you're gonna really hate, because at 50, I was like, you should just be able to be allowed to be going 10 miles over the speed limit without like getting ticketed for it. Like if you're going 50 and a 40, it's like, yeah, you're good. Like they should just like I get that sometimes cops let you do that anyways, but it should just be like law that like I get plus 10, not in school zones or certain shit like that, but like
on the
just
highway.
Like a 30 and a 40 and a 30, like all right.
Plus 10 on the highway is just basic. Like you're not
right, but like you should just legally, you are allowed to do it. Like that is not a crime anymore. The cop can't be like, no, we're gonna ticket you, and you're like, well, now I'm fine. I'm actually, sir, I'm 50.
I mean, you just gotta know when to do it. You just gotta be smart about it. If it's the end of the month,
like, you should just be able to get away with shit.
If it's the 28th, probably don't speed because they might be behind on quotas and have to tag you for every little thing you do. You can speed 25 months or 25 days out of the month. You really can, as long as you're not going fucking crazy and driving like an asshole. Problem is, Alex, this also comes back to most people are shitty drivers to begin with. So I don't know if we need to give them a loophole that, yeah, just drive faster. Even though you're texting and eating a fucking bagel at the same time and you've got 3 DUIs already, yeah, just do whatever you want.
I mean, you can get in trouble. You get pulled over for texting and driving.
They can't
even if you're going 10 miles over.
If you're going 10 over on the highway, they can't tell that you're texting.
Unless they see you.
How are they going to see you? You're going 70.
Well,
you can't see shit at 70 miles an hour.
Well, at 60, I was like, you should just be able to get coffee. Like, we're not paying for coffee anymore. You're allowed to just have coffee.
I don't think anybody 60 and older pays for coffee. They make their coffee at home. No, they make their coffee at home.
But if you get it elsewhere, you just get it free because it's like you're on the tail end of your working career typically. So it's like, just, you know what? You put in all this year as a service, have some coffee on us. And I also think movies should be free too in your 60s.
No, they are.
You don't have to
they're
pay to
already
go see
heavy.
movies.
They're heavily discounted. They
Right.
already are.
But like, just get it. You get it. It's just free now.
The coffee is probably okay because if you're 60 and older, you're not getting Starbucks. You're just having a cup of coffee that costs $1.13 while at whatever breakfast diner you eat at.
But if you want to treat yourself, you can go to Starbucks, and it's just like, I'm also not having to pay this. This is not a crime when I walk out with my Starbucks because I'm 60.
Counterpoint, I don't think anybody 60 and older would get Starbucks. And
I'm sure there are people that would.
Actually, counterpoint, I don't trust anybody 60 and older that drinks Starbucks.
I feel like you're you're stereotyping the fuck out of various age groups right there. But I just feel like coffee and movies.
We don't
pay for those anymore in our 60s.
Not knowing me, if you just heard the way that I talk and you guessed how old I was, I'm guessing you would think I was over 60. I'm so old and cranky. I've said for years, I've been 60 years old since I was 16. So I think I actually do accurately represent what 60-year-olds not only are doing, but should be doing.
But Starbucks is like one of the biggest chains in the world. And I guarantee you there's a lot of 60 plus people that are getting coffee at Starbucks.
I'm sure there are. I don't trust any of them. Just like I straight up don't trust Italians anymore because of espresso. That's so bad. How dare you make that a staple of your community? Espresso is the worst drink on the planet. It works. It works. It tastes like bitter asshole, and not in a good way.
Okay.
I'm not saying this is how everyone. I'm just saying this is how I feel.
All right.
Not getting a lot of support on this one, but okay. Italians, fucking rectify your shit.
Well, I had also noted that at 70, we just don't pay for shoes. You can walk out with shoes. You can just do the old tradesies. Whatever you come in with, just leave them. Shoes are on us at this point. Cause like you're in your 70s, you probably need the orthotics. Like we should just take care of that.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a 70-year-old who wasn't wearing New Balance.
Right. So it's like, the cost isn't gonna be crazy, but yeah, in your 70s, you don't have to pay for shoes anymore. So you can just walk out with those. And then, yeah, your 80s and up, just take shit. You can just take it. We're good.
I gotta be honest. If I worked at when I was working at Walgreens and shit, if I saw an 80-year-old guy obviously put a Snickers in his pocket, I don't think I would have said anything.
No, but same here. Same like when I was at Kroger, I never stopped anybody I would see stealing shit anyways, because
this dude was in some sort of war. He could have the fucking
an hour.
candy.
That's what I was about to ask about Pat. What if you saw like a 20-year-old do it? Would you have stopped him?
I would have been like, dude, I saw you pocket the Snickers. Now, that being said, if he would have run out the door, there's nothing you can do as a Walgreens employee. They actually tell you if you try and chase someone down, they'll fire you. Because it's a bigger lawsuit of somebody just getting hurt than just letting them have whatever the fuck they're trying to steal.
Yeah.
Lululemon just fired people.
But dude, I've had the rule for years. I just get mad at everyone on the road and I stare them down as I drive by. If it's an old person, I just go, okay, you're old, dude. You lived through some shit. All right. You're allowed to just not be a great driver. You fought wars.
Right.
You tell them to roll down the window, then you throw butterscotch candy at them.
And they're like, I already had a couple.
Bro, I would follow them home and ask if they needed any chores done if they threw butterscotch candy to me. I love butterscotch. I'll do anything for butterscotch.
No, you throw them at them.
Right.
I don't share candy.
Fair enough.
All right.
I'll bring in their bags, but I'm not giving them my butterscotch. That's my butterscotch.
I gotta say, I like butterscotch candy too. I'm a fan.
It's so good. I will never understand people shitting on it. Never.
I'm never
for
gonna
old people.
It out though.
Yeah. Did you ever consider the fact that back then they just perfected candy? We've been making other bullshit since then.
That they only had that kind of candy, I think.
Because they hit it out of the park with the first one.
Maybe.
Old people know their shit, dude. If they didn't smell so bad, I'd hang out with them more.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we're disagreeing with agreeing to disagree on the just being older and being able to commit crimes. But other thing I brought in is it just said weird dude at bar is what I wrote down on our little prep sheet, and I forgot about it really until I was starting to do some podcast prep. But I went to go watch it was the last day of the Premier League on Sunday, and I went to the bar to go watch all the games that kicked off at the same time. They always do that in the last week of the season. And there was this dude that I hadn't seen there before. Like, I don't see a lot of those people there before because like it's a fucking regular bar that people can go and come as they want. But like this guy was like, "Oh, y'all are a West Ham group," and we were all wearing West Ham shit. We're like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, I like West Ham too," and then he like started talking about West Ham with us, but didn't know anything he was talking about. And I was like, "Whatever, he's just trying to watch soccer. I don't really care." But then like somehow my buddy that was talking to him like mentioned that he was like ex-military, that he had been in the military, and he was like, "Oh, military," and immediately he was like 9/11 and went into like 9/11 shit and like weird 9/11 awkward conspiracy theory talks like, "Hey, I just met this guy." And then started talking about PTSD and whether or not the dude I was at the bar with had PTSD. And it was like, this is not how you navigate this conversation right off the bat. And I was just kind of like, all right, like, I don't know if this guy's fucking with us or what. And he's like, well, I was just here with my bitch adoptive mother and we got into an argument. So I came over here. And I was like, all right, well, where did she leave? He's like, yeah, but she's still paying my fucking tab, that bitch. And just kept calling his like adoptive stepmom, which he kept saying adoptive stepmom. He kept calling her a bitch, kept being just really mean about her. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't want to ask you anymore. No one was asking him why they were fighting or anything like that. And then he just keeps telling us there's weird problems. And then he said that his adoptive stepmom is a witch and practices witchcraft. And at that point, West Ham then gave up a goal. And then we proceeded to blame him in witchcraft for West Ham going down 1-0. He was like, "Are you saying it's my fault?" And we were just like, we were saying that you brought up witchcraft right before we gave up a goal. Like, you brought that shit in here, dude. Like, don't bring witchcraft into our fucking game, man. And like, this guy just was fucking talking about how he had met Jesus one time. He had died and met Jesus, and that his
so he was legit crazy.
Is like trying to commit witchcraft. And it was like one of those where like I was like, I'm gonna go smoke at halftime. And I don't smoke. I just went and stood outside so I could not be with him. And then I think one of the other dudes that was there like caught what I was doing. And I was like, is that guy fucking with us? Like, this guy is like, is this a bit? Like, I feel like there's like a TV show that's like secretly recording us and it's trying to see if we're gonna freak out on this guy, but like we gotta be cool. And the dude was just like, yeah, man, like this is weird as shit. And that was the first time we had kind of got to be like, this guy's a little unhinged. And I was like, he didn't like hurt anybody. He was just chatting, but he was just I was like, we're trying to watch soccer, dude. This is a weird conversation after weird conversation after weird conversation to keep throwing at everybody. And then so we were like, all right, well, let's just the second half start, let's just go and suffer through it. Maybe he'll go away. And then the dude right off the bat was just like, so y'all are Trump guys, huh? And I was like, no. I don't really care which side you're on, though, man. Like, I don't really talk politics. I'm trying to watch soccer. And he was like, "Oh, I just feel like I can't wear my Trump gear out without persecution
in Texas."
And I was like, "I don't know, man.
That's one place to wear it.
You're probably good to go. Whatever you want to do, man. I don't know. I don't have any Trump stuff, so I don't know what to tell you, man." And then he just kept talking about like, "Well, you guys aren't Trump guys. You guys aren't Trump guys," and it was like. He was like, I don't he didn't look like a Trump guy. Didn't look like a Trump guy to me, but then it was just like weird that he was just really pressing it. And it was like, I think he's fucking with us and just trying to push our buttons right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so we just kept being like, nah, man, we're good. And like, this just went on for like 15 fucking minutes. It went on for fucking 15 minutes with him about this Trump shit. And then he was like, if they score and they win, do you think you guys are like, what do y'all do? And I was like, we just get happy that they won. High five. We cheer. I don't know, man. He's like, y'all don't take your shirts off. And I was like, yeah, he was like, y'all don't take your shirts off. And I was like, no. And he's like, oh, of course that would be gay. And then went on to this whole like homophobic rant. And I was like, whoa, dude, like, we don't care. He's like, no, that'd be gay. Gay is gross. And I was like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck. You know, he's like,
At that- at
none
that
of y'all are
moment.
gay. And I was like, I mean, I am not, but like, I don't have a problem if you are gay or if anybody else is here, man. Like, we're just here to watch soccer, dude. We're just here to watch soccer for 70 minutes. You have just harassed us and had the most weirdest, like, what's the next awkward topic I can go on? And I was like, this is a fucking game show. And I'm like, what was the Lose Your Cool or whatever it was? It used to be the MTV show where it was like, they would just try and get people to like get mad at them. It was like punked with just regular people or rando people, but like, it wasn't as crazy. And they'd be like, oh, if this guy kept saying you stole his wallet and you didn't steal his wallet, are you going to freak out on him? And if you didn't, you'd get money. And it's like, I don't know. Do we just like keep our cool or whatever? And we did through the whole game. We didn't call him out or anything. We were just like, all right,
You should
man.
have taken your shirt off.
We just kept trying to ignore it. It was just weird where it was like one buzzworthy topic, like one very just like he was trying to get a rise out of everybody. And we did such a good job just being like, I don't know, man. Just leave me alone. But it was just like, this is a weird experience.
Don't you watch with a bunch of British dudes?
Well, it was a light day there. A lot of like somebody had COVID.
I was gonna say
there were people that were out.
Nobody was like, dude, shut the fuck up. We're trying to watch our favorite team.
No, we were trying to be polite. He was like, said he was a West Ham fan. So I was like, I don't want to shit on this guy that came to watch our team.
No,
but
fuck
like,
that. I don't give a bro. If I'm sitting at a bar trying to watch the Packers and some crazy asshole is like, "You, dude, Trump, Joe Biden, I swear to God, they're all the same thing, and them fucking gays are gonna do this," I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch my team. You're just so. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely hate confrontation, especially in public. But if you're doing it during my team, I'm going to tell you, okay, dude, I don't want to talk to you anymore. We're trying to watch the game. It's crazy that you guys let this keep going.
We kind of tried to give hints like that where like we would, you know.
Crazy people don't take hints.
With one of the other guys and be like, yeah, that seems like that was a shitty call. Or we would just kind of banter about the game to try and get like, hey, let's not fucking talk about politics, buddy. I don't want to talk about any of this shit. I just want to watch soccer.
Just go. I don't know, man. I'm watching the game. I don't know, man. We're trying to watch the game. I don't know, man. We're watching the game. Eventually, if you just keep going, dude, we're watching the game. We're watching the game. Sometimes you gotta tell people just to shut the fuck up.
We should have. But then he brought up his witch. And I mean, he's calling his adoptive stepmom, and again, adoptive stepmom. He mentioned probably
like, I don't give a fuck about your cunt mom, dude. I'm watching the game.
She was a bitch, and that he wasn't paying his tab. That she was going to come back and pay the tab, and we were like, okay, cool. When he said that like a bunch towards the end of the game, to the point where we all like just quietly like got our tabs. So it was like, well, I'm not paying his tab, but he doesn't seem like he's going to be paying his tab, and I'm not going to pay his tab either. So then, like the second the game ended, we're like, all right, we'll see you later, dude. And like just everybody, like the other four of us just walked out right as the game was ending. It was like, all right, see you later, man. Like he didn't have time to do anything. It was like, we're not gonna tell you when the next fucking game is, we're not gonna tell you when the next location is, we're not gonna do any of this shit.
So here's the good news. I was able to switch.
Shows up for the final though, the West Ham the final.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna be there.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I was able to switch. I don't have to work on Wednesday. I just switched my Tuesday schedule.
Nice.
I can come. I'm finally going to come to a game. And if this guy's here talking, I'll just be like, dude, shut the fuck up.
It was bad vibes. West Ham lost, and it was like a game I didn't really like. We didn't have to win it or anything, so I was like, whatever. But like, dude, he brought some voodoo in there, and then like just bringing the other weird like vibes. Like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Like, he's very lucky that it was like a game that we were not like really like into. It was a fairly meaningless game for West Ham at that point, but like if that had been like a Giants game, I'd have been like, all right, man, I don't know. I was very proud of myself for just keeping my cool, but it felt like it was too like directive of like each topic, and it was like not specifically towards us, but it was just like he's just picking like the most inflammatory like shit, trying to get us to take one side or the other so he can argue with us.
Crazy
like,
people crave interaction. Him
anything, he just kept doing it.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Was wild.
At some point I probably would have looked at the bartender too, not to drag them into it, but just be like, is this your favorite part of the day when a crazy person is talking to other bar guests and not just directing it at you?
It wasn't bugging anybody else but us. And then it was like, why'd you come here? Why'd you bug us?
As a bartender, you have to enjoy that. We're like, oh, this guy's obviously fucking nuts, but at least he's just not dumping all of this nuts on me. He's doing it to somebody else. I can actually just work. I can just come in and work.
Yeah, I don't know. I just fucking needed to share that with somebody. So I remember, like, I guess on our prep share, I remember leaving and being like,
honestly, that should have been your not cool. That sounds fucking brutal.
I mean, I made it through it, and I it's my own fault, I guess, that I made it like
No, it's not,
prolonged.
because
But I was like, I
everybody
just don't want to like get into a confrontation on a fucking Sunday morning, dude.
exactly.
It's fucking
Exactly.
10:30 on Sunday. Let's relax a little bit. Let's not talk ticks. I don't want to talk Trump at 10:30 on a Sunday, man. I want to watch soccer.
Ain't talking ticks.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I brought in for today.
I thought about this the other day. What do you think? What movie actually had the biggest impact on your life? Not what movie you love or like what's your favorite movie, but a movie that like you saw it and something in it clicked, or the movie itself clicked that changed the way you think. And as I thought about it more, I'm pretty sure mine is American Pie. And it's not because of
Boobs.
no, not and
Because
trust
of
me, it was
boobs.
one of those first movies where you could rent movies and all that shit. That was good. It's the opening scene of American Pie. It changed my life and the trajectory of my life forever. It's the opening scene when his dad walks in and he's jerking off in a tube sock. I didn't know you could do that at the time, dude. Guess what I've
You
been
didn't know you could jerk off, or that you could jerk off into a tube sock
into a tube sock.
specifically?
I was wasting tissues and just coming all over my stomach every time. And guess what I've been doing almost exclusively when I masturbate since that movie? Using an old sock. It eliminates cleanup entirely. That's the weirdest thing is I think American Pie above any other movie. My favorite movies: Boondock Saints, The Godfather is an absolute masterpiece. Scarface is great. I think on actual
I
effect on
I
my
wouldn't
life.
imagine you would learn a lot of like life wise from The Godfather.
That's true. That's
You're
true.
not
But just
really.
like, but when people talk about movies, they wax poetic and they're like, it had such an impact on my life, and the way I think about things, and the way I think about cinematography. No, actual day to day life, no movie ever had a bigger impact on me than American Pie and jerking off into a tube sock.
Bigger impact for me. Big impact for me would probably be The Little Giants, because it like is why I became a
See,
Giants fan.
that's a good one for you.
I was like, I live in Memphis, Tennessee. There's no local team here. My dad told me we hate the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants hate the Dallas Cowboys, and
It's just
coincidentally
crazy.
beat the Dallas Cowboys
It's
in this
crazy to me
game.
that your
This
dad
is gonna,
wasn't just like, you're a
this
Redskins
is
fan.
this is my origin story now.
That
The guy
makes
from
sense.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is our coach. He's gonna lead us.
Rick Moranis. You put some
Rick
respect on his
Moranis
name.
is our head coach. He's gonna lead us past Ed O'Neill.
Al Bundy was his brother. Robert, anything coming to mind for you? Any movie that struck any sort of chord with you? Or
I guess like impacted me in my life. I'd probably say probably like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. This got me into Spider-Man and just Spider-Man
and
things.
just did it get you into just superheroes in general? Like, do you watch other stuff, or was it just Spider-Man?
Yeah, I think it was like superheroes in general because that's like probably one of the first that I ever saw.
That's probably a pretty universal one because it did for everyone. Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man was the biggest at that point. It was the biggest opening of a movie of all time. I know that because I'm rewatching Entourage because my brother's back home and that's all he watches, which I love. Great show.
Entourage. No, I thought Robert was fucking with us and about to do a bit where he was like, so I would say Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, because ever since I've been bit by a radioactive spider, I've been able to fight. And I was like, God damn it, Robert. And like I was getting ready for him to just go down that story. And then he wasn't even being serious. Cool.
No, Robert just like
he
slinging
said
web.
An actual answer, and I look like an asshole for laughing.
No, just Robert's like, dude, no, movies don't affect my life, you simple bastards.
Yeah,
but now
I would say
there's
for the most
a million Spider-Mans. Toby will always be the OG. We can all be Spider-Man. That's what Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. He's a Fortnite character you can play with right now.
I'm excited to watch the new one. The new Across the Spider-Verse looks good.
So that's the second one in like the animated one series?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you watch the first one? Into the Spider-Verse? Oh. Dude,
I tried to convince Alex to watch it. Like, I think he would. I know you don't really watch a lot of animated, but I think like this is one you would like.
Oh no, I don't. I don't watch anime either. But I was like, it's a Spider-Man movie. All you need to know going into that movie is, do you have a basic concept of what Spider-Man is? Okay, good. You're good then. You
Tobey
know,
Maguire.
everything else gets explained. It's like, oh, Spider-Man bit by spider, Peter Parker. Then he does it. This is multiple universes, parallel universes, at least, but it tells you the whole story, and it's fucking beautiful. It's a
Does everybody have an
well,
Uncle Ben?
in some iteration or another, yes.
Hated that part.
Some people have Uncle Benjamin.
Ooh, fancy. Is it like a richer uncle?
It's Nick Cage's uncle.
Ooh, even better.
Just
I
watch
think
it,
it's
Alex.
I don't like normally recommend movies to you, Alex. Like, oh, you got to watch the movie. This is one that I've said that you got to watch.
Oh,
You've you've seen like 10 movies too, so like you don't really have a lot of movies to
But
recommend you. Sure.
the only person in the world I would not recommend it to is my buddy John. But he strictly just will not watch superhero movies. He's like, dude, that's make believe. Grown men don't watch that shit. He's one of those guys. Oh, you're just gonna watch another man be an alpha? I don't know. I prefer to go to the gym and make myself into an alpha. And we're like, all right, John, calm the fuck down, okay?
Fellas, is it gay to watch superheroes?
He would tell you yes, and it wouldn't be ironic at all. At all.
Is he the no fap guy?
He goes through stretches, yes, but that was him, yeah.
That was a weird. Remember that rabbit hole we learned about?
Oh,
that
okay,
dude?
but John also just gets enough pussy where that's never been his problem.
Go look up no fap lifestyle. If
Dude,
you,
I'm not gonna
have
jack
no idea
off.
what we're talking about.
I'm just gonna find a woman to blow me later.
Yeah, I don't even need jack off. Whatever, dude.
He really doesn't.
I think you need to jack off more than ever, dude.
Oh wait, no, this was also the buddy that so I think he tried that once. He does jack off 3 times a day, though, at least. He's like, I don't want to go into it because I've already said his name.
Yeah.
Into his profession, but
yeah,
it's a profession where he can leave the office
Bleep
and go home
out.
for lunch and just knock one out, you know. Horniest man I've ever met.
He's a priest.
He's not that horny. Calm down.
He's not a priest. He's not a priest. That was a joke. That was a joke, Pat's friend John. Robert, what'd you bring in today?
There's something that Pat mentioned before we started the podcast, but that there's going to be an Australian office. And looking into this, I didn't realize there had been like 13 different versions of The Office. Like I only thought there was 2, the original and the American one.
Well, the rest were like not in English, so we don't give a fuck about shit that's not in English.
Yeah, but it was because
like
it's one of those shows. Like it makes sense. They made a British one, highly successful. They moved it to America, even way more successful. And they're like, all right, well, Israel, they've got people. They made their own one. Czech Republic made one. What did I say earlier? Like the Middle East has one. It's a workplace comedy. It will literally work in every language. Long.
It like that mockumentary style just like took that long to like come out, and then they're like, well, shit, I work.
Yeah, I guess everybody in the world has been in a workplace at some point or another.
It's like the most basic concept. Like these people work in a place. They have relationships. These are the relationships that they have. But let's make them funny. And it's the funniest. Everybody just gets to put a spin on that.
I think the funniest part about it is that almost every country in the world. That's not true. Like 10 different countries and small countries have made their own version. And now 22 years later, Australia's like, maybe we should give it a try.
What do you think, mate?
What if
the Roos aren't fighting us that bad this year? I reckon we can start another television show on the telly.
We've tamed the Outback. What if we make The Office and we put a girl in charge? I don't know. It's once you can do Australian as an accent, but the second you think about it, it just turns British. It just turns British.
You got to go Paul Hogan. You got to keep going back to the no rules, just right. It's Foster's.
I'll tell you this. I swear to God, if they don't say shrimp on the Barbie one time not even season 1, episode 1, you better say it. All the Australians will hate it, but you know what? You want it to be popular enough worldwide because it's going to be on Amazon. Say it so I can go, ha 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 ha, they said it.
That would be Michael Scott if they got an Australian transplant in Scranton. Like,
bro,
let me throw another shrimp on the Barbie.
If it's super successful, and they get Michael Scott to do a cameo like Ricky Gervais did as his David Brent character, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Shout out to The Office.
Never dies.
Never dies. I was watching it the other day. Yesterday. The other day. So there. Before we move on to the comeback kid segment, we had talked about throwback logos for a little bit last week, and I just got it in my head all week. So I was like, we should just power rank throwback baseball logos because throwback baseball logos are so sick. So we're gonna do a bonus power rank. We're gonna power rank throwback baseball logos right now, and then we're gonna do another power ranking in the answers segment. We're gonna do a spoiler alert. We're gonna do power ranking on best ways to win a game, which is a pretty good one. I had to kind of rack my brain while I was ranking those, but power ranking throwback baseball logos. Pretty much what I'm basing mine on is like there are a couple of them that are still like alternate logos or like they were throwback logos that the team has brought back. That still counts as a throwback to me. If it was so cool they had to bring it back because it was such a dope logo, like that's still a throwback, right?
Or just if it's been the same logo for 50 years, guess what? 50 years ago was a throwback. So yeah, that can still work.
Okay. All right. Well, number 5. I'll go 5 to 1. 5 is the Brewers old school, like the just MB mitt logo.
The glove.
Like, it's an M and a B that make a mitt. That's awesome. And I remember as a kid finding out that and it just blowing my mind. Like, that's a sick logo. It's so sick that they brought it back. I know that that's what they're wearing now. Still counts as a throwback. 4 is the Astros with the Astrodome and the balls that are orbiting it, just because that looks sick. It's like the orange background. Just looks
it's the dome, dude.
Right? It's the future, even though it's the past. 3 is the Padres Priest swinging the bat. That just looks sick. I think they have that on their the shoulder patch on the jersey right now. But like, that was a badass throwback logo. Number 2 is Mr. Red, which was the Cincinnati Reds version of Mr. Met, but way cooler because he has a mustache that's all curly cued and he walks with a bat and he just looks like he's ready to fuck shit up. He's got a cool hat on. Looks way cooler than Mr. Met. So I'm gonna go with the Cincinnati Reds, Mr. Red. And I think it says like red stockings on his shirt. I don't know if they I think they didn't have like the sleeveless jerseys they did for a little bit as like throwbacks, and then they just probably now they have those City Connect ones that don't look as cool.
Yeah, I feel like they had, what was it when they had Yoenis Cespedes or some shit on the Reds?
Yeah.
And they wore the sleeveless ones and he was just looking yoked as shit.
And then who was the Cuban guy that played for the Dodgers? Played for the Dodgers for a little bit, and then he like kind of faded out. But he was
I want to say it's a
stud for like 4 or 5 years.
Yasiel
Puig. Yasiel Puig. Didn't he play on the Reds too? And like that was when it was like him and Cespedes just jacked.
Maybe it was him. It was him when he was on the Red Sox. I do combine those two. So both Cuban dudes that made a shit ton of money and then very quickly got figured out by the league and stopped being good.
So yeah, I have the Reds, Mr. Red as my number 2. Number 1. It's probably the coolest logo in sports. It's the fucking elephant on a ball A's logo. I think now it's like their alternate logo or their jersey patch, but it's just it's an elephant balancing on a ball. It looks awesome. Coolest logo in sports. That's the best throwback logo. So A's elephant logo, Reds Mr. Red, Padres Priest swinging a bat, Astros balls orbiting a Astrodome, and then the Brewers MB are my power rankings. Who wants to go next?
You want me to go, Robert?
We'll put a graphic up so you guys can.
I'll go.
What we're talking about.
Robert sounds like he's not ready. All right, I'm gonna go. And this might be a little low for it, but number 5, I'm going the Houston Colt 45s with the fucking long 6-shooter that just goes right between the words. Damn, that's a cool.
That's pretty sick.
Cool fucking logo. 4, I'm gonna go the Mariners from the 80s, where it's the star and the M looks like the trident. Dude, that Trident logo is, and they still like rock it from time to time now as like throwback. That Trident M logo
Yeah,
is
that's pretty sick.
so underrated. It is sick. 3, Brewer's Glove. That Brewer's, I love that one. Especially like, it's not just the logo, the whole uniform, when they put it together, it just looks sweet.
Chef's kiss.
Dude, it's great. 2, old school. And this is where, I told you guys I'm probably going to have 2 Astros. The Astrodome logo with the balls circling it. It's just so perfectly old school. Like it is the colors pop, and especially now we've gone back to the orange and blue, but when we were not the orange and blue for the Astros, it made it pop extra. It's just old school colors, but it looks great. We found a way to make them remodern, but that one was perfect. Number 1, I've got to go. And it's been the same logo since 1918, just the 2 Red Sox. It's such an iconic, cool fucking logo. It's so simple, so plain, but like it hasn't needed to change for 100 years because it's that good. Just the 2 socks just hanging out.
Yeah, it's solid. So you got
it.
Red Sox, 2 socks, Astrodome, Astros logo, Brewers MB mitt, Mariners Trident logo, and Colt 45s.
Yes.
Solid. Robert, what about you, buddy?
This one is just really funny to me, but I do like the Boston red leg one where it just says Boston in it. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Where it was literally the stocking. Yes.
Yeah.
That's from back when they were straight up called the Boston Red Stockings.
That one's just really funny to me. So that's my number 5.
I like that. That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with the Seattle Mariners, the Trident one. I like that one.
So good.
Mm-hmm. Solid.
The Brewers MB, really good. I'm glad they brought that back.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Reds, Mr. Met guy.
Mr. Red, all right.
Is that 4? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Astros, Astrodome.
It's so good, dude. It's so perfectly old school. It really is great.
Astros, Astrodome, Mr. Red, Brewers, MB mitt, Mariners Trident, and Boston Red Legs.
Mr. Red was almost on the list for me. It was right
Mr.
there.
Red
I just
so good to me.
It's way better than Mr. Met. Way better. Hey, that little hat.
Mr. Met fucking sucks. Mr. Met's trash.
He's a mascot. But as a logo, Mr. Red works better.
Even though like I wish they could throw that guy on the hat and it would be cool.
That's crazy that was only like 5 years that they had. It's 54 to 59 on Mr. Red. Like, how did that one not stick around? That's a great logo.
Right? How would they think it was bad?
I don't know. People.
All right, that's solid power rankings of throwback logos. I'm sure that's gonna be Robert. Will you put those logos like on the while we're saying them? Will you put it up on the YouTube? That'll be a reason you should go watch the YouTube, or we'll post a graphic of it so then you can see those.
Yeah, I'll try to find as many as I can.
Pass Gate Podcast. I'll send them to you.
I was gonna say I'll shoot the ones that I took screenshots of.
All right. Comeback Kids segment brought to you this week by our good friends at littlemshop.com, at Little EM Tweets on Twitter, and at Little EM Shop on Instagram. Use our promo code PTG69, get 10% off of your order. If you get anything or you order $10 or more at littlemshop.com, you're going to get free shipping as well. So you get 10% off your order with promo code PTG69 and free shipping on orders of $10 or more. Get your best air fresheners in the world. They also have keychains you can customize. They have awesome stickers. They're also customizable. There's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. LittleMShop.com. Don't drive around with those stupid little baby back bitch green or black or yellow or whatever color trees you got. Get yourself a real air freshener. Get yourself a Little M Shop air freshener. LittleEMShop.com. LittleMShop.com. Use our promo code PTG69 at checkout. You can get the air fresheners in Miami Beach scent, Little Ice, or Fresh to Death. Go to LittleEMShop.com. Use our promo code PTG69 at checkout for 10% off your order at LittleMShop.com. LittleEMShop.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first comeback kid this week is Pride. Can you guys feel the pride? It's back.
I'm proud.
We're not just yet, but it officially in June is Pride Month. So get ready for all the pride. I would like to say the Pastor Gave is the most prideful podcast on podcasting. Biggest allies. And we said it before June, so really we said it first. I'd like to be the first to say Happy Pride Month to everyone.
Happy Pride Month. You might be able to say that we're the biggest allies. I don't think we can say we're the most prideful. None of us are gay.
We're proud of everyone that is.
Yeah, we're allies. Like you said, we're allies.
We're allies. The biggest ally podcast on planet Earth.
There's plenty of gay podcasts out there that I think we would have trouble competing with for the most prideful.
But we're bigger allies than any other podcast out there.
You guys might actually be gay, but we're two straight white guys, so we think we know we're the best at everything.
Yeah, Robert, find a charity,
and Robert,
we'll donate PTG shirt sales to the charity. Find one. Go. It's on you.
Okay.
Now
I'm
go. He's like, damn it, chores.
Find a charity for gay dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, because we both love dogs.
I don't know if there is a charity for gay dogs, but
well, if there is, they're gonna get something.
Yeah,
I'll send them a $5.
We just put the PGG shirt with our logo. Just put the rainbow on it. Allies. All right. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Again, we said it first because it's May when we're saying it.
We should do a PTG rainbow shirt. Why don't we do that?
And donate it. Like I would absolutely donate it.
Every other company capitalizes on Pride Month. Why shouldn't we also make money off of?
Well, no, I will donate 100% of it. I'll donate 100% of it to find me a LGBTQ and QIA all LGBTQ plus charity that's reputable.
You know they throw a number in there now. There's a 2 in there. I don't know what it means, but I saw it.
Well, educate yourself on it, then, Pat.
I don't know. I got confused. I saw a number and I was like, "What's happening?" But yeah, hey,
yeah,
be proud, guys.
Be proud. Be proud. Be loud. Be proud.
Don't be loud. Nobody likes loud people.
But what if you're so proud that you are loud?
I'm just saying, like when you're just sitting there eating dinner somewhere and somebody's being really loud, nobody enjoys that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, as an adult, I'm like, guys, just don't yell in my ear. Hey, okay, I can barely hear as
sorry,
is.
Pat doesn't support Pride Month as much as Robert and
I do.
I mean, I would say that you seem the most annoyed with it out of the three of us. So shout out to me, Robert.
I don't know. Robert's not even giving an opinion.
We just had the biggest ally power rankings by the month. We're like updating the standings. Ooh, Pat's going even further down into third.
Love you guys, but can you just take it
You're
down
being
a
too
notch?
fucking loud. Can you shut up about it? No, Pat, don't.
I never said shut up about it. I said don't be loud. Nobody likes people.
Pat was at Target mad. He was filming videos at Target being really upset about displays they had.
Just going old school Power Rangers comics where I'm just like wrecking the city, knocking over displays.
Not to get into that, but like quickly, I just thought it was really funny that like it's like these two old dudes are like, can you believe what they're doing to the kids in the kids section? It's like, hey, fucking 60-year-old man in the kids section, what are you doing in there, buddy? You two guys that are by yourselves, what the fuck are you doing in the kids section? It's weird for people to be here without reasons. Well, I don't feel like you got a reason there either, so get the fuck out, man. Chill out. You don't have to go shop there.
I don't know. People that get angry enough
they're dumb.
Dude, if you get angry enough to actually go somewhere and do something, bro.
Yeah, just chill out a little bit. Just chill out. Next comeback kid. Next comeback kid is Narcs, because I don't know if you saw that Narc Cuban was trending the other day. he had tweeted out during one of the conference finals games. He was like, just honestly, well, I'm gonna get the exact tweet. I bookmarked it.
I was gonna say I haven't heard about this at all.
Yeah, this was, I think it was the Sunday or Monday night. He was got a personal question for everyone watching Heat versus Celtics right now. Who's watching on a pirated stream? I'm just curious how prevalent it is. And everybody's just like, fucking Narc Cuban. Yeah, we're not gonna fucking tell you. What are you, cop? It's like, oh, hey, I know I'm a big tech guy. Definitely not going to be any consequences of it. But is anybody like pirating this game instead of just watching it legally? Anybody if so, just let me know. We'll just reply to this tweet that I definitely won't like screenshot and then have records of, and then find your account and trace you because I'm a tech guy. Just let us know.
I don't know. Last year I would have answered you, Mark, but now that you're not an owner and you're a governor, you're part of the government, and I can't trust you.
Yeah, just hey, we know what you're up to, Mark. We're in Dallas, am I right? Like thinking he's gonna sneak one over on us.
Bro, it killed. I had to use a stream the other night for the Astros when I was up with my parents.
No, you didn't. You legally watched it.
No, I didn't. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it.
Leap that part.
They're not gonna come for you. But I couldn't keep it going for a while. One, because for some reason Johnson City, which is between Austin and like San Antonio, is considered local market for Astros. So I can't get the games unless it's through the local feed. So I can't use my Xfinity. So then I have to go to a stream. And then, of course, because it's a stream, it's like 3.5 minutes behind. So the inning ends and the first batter is being pitched to.
I mean,
that's the biggest argument against streams. That's why I still pay for everything. Because I can't afford to be watching live sports 3.5 minutes behind. What if I want to live bet it?
I started gambling on MLS just because I bought the season pass. I'm just like, I'm a big MLS gambler. Like, I don't have Big Brother. I'm going to be such a big, knowledgeable MLS guy and WNBA with the fucking fantasy team. By the way, I should give an update.
Bro, I just had a brilliant idea. Why doesn't a sports book partner with some sort of streaming service for games to be like, oh, if you have an account with this sports book and you get Peacock, guess what? Instead of $8.99 a month, it's gonna be $6.99 a month. Because they know if you're gonna use it to gamble on game, dude, tell me that's not a brilliant idea.
I mean, that could be in the future. I could see that for sure.
God, I should be in marketing. If only I had a plan.
I could have also thought about that already.
Oh, I'm sure they did, but I did also. I've said it for years. I'm an idea man. I don't know how to implement anything I've ever said in my life. But I make shit that says I come up with shit that sounds fun.
Yeah. Okay, just quick update on the 19th Amendments. That's our podcast, WNBA Fantasy League team. We're in the Indiana Pro head-to-head points league right now. Right now it's us against Team Basindo.
Do they know you're in Texas?
No. I just joined it randomly. I don't fucking care. But we're getting crushed, boys and girls. It's 169-65 currently.
Didn't you say that like 5 of our players are from the same team?
True, which means, yeah, so the Mercury haven't played yet this week. We got points coming our way.
You got points coming, dude.
Yeah, so we got points coming. Let me see. There's got to be stats on this. What are my scoring breakdown? How many minutes we got? I don't understand how to do this at all. I don't think I've ever played fantasy basketball. So this is just trash.
Yeah, no, I've never played it either, so I don't understand it. But I don't know, maybe work some trades, try and get some players off of the same teams. Maybe don't start 4 people from the same. How's it scored? Is it a best ball league, or do you have to set the lineup?
Head to head. You set the lineup and it plays out for a week or 5
So
days.
you got to set a lineup, and then 3 to 4 of the players are probably all on the same team for that week.
Yeah, I had 2 players play. He had 4. So
so yeah, dude, you got plenty of time.
So yeah, we're good.
And Brittany didn't play yet, right? Griner?
Yeah, Brittany. Yeah, just listen to Murderers Row, who hasn't played yet. Brittany Griner.
She could drop
Diana
40 fantasy
Taurasi,
points by herself.
Diana Taurasi and Elena Deladon. That's like 3 of the players that we knew going into this. So when those girls are on the court, game over. All right. Game over, Team Basindo. You're fucking going down. I wish there was a trash talking thing, like in football, fantasy football on ESPN. You can trash talk, but like I just want to be like, suck my dick, Team Basindo. but it won't let me. So yeah, there. Update on the 19th Amendment. Things aren't going well, but our girls still haven't played all yet.
Yeah. Update us
also-
next week.
Also, narcs are back just because narc Cuban. It's just funny. That was a funny.
Yeah.
name. But like I
Take
always
it
like
easy,
when
Mark.
she's like, "Hey, buddy, you should have thought about what was going to happen when you sent that tweet out." Yeah, we're just not going to tell you. Hey, has anybody got any stolen goods on them? Yeah, hand up, me. It's me. Okay, we're definitely not getting the police there. So yeah, shout out Narc Cuban. Next and final comeback kid is, I guess, really just TV shows ending, because Succession just ended on Sunday, and I don't watch Succession, but I know that Shiv got the company at the end. Shiv got the company.
What the fuck?
Shiv got the
We
co-
talked about this
sorry.
beforehand, and I said I
Sorry.
was trying to avoid it, and you just say it. Not that I know what that is, but I'm going to watch. I said I was trying to avoid it, and you just say it. I cannot wait to spoil something for you. Oh, it is my mission in life now to ruin something that you want. Even though I didn't even really want this. That's just a dick move. There's somebody listening who the look on your face tells me it's probably not even Shiv, but I don't fucking know.
I know 3 names. I feel like I know Kendall. I know
Roy. Tom.
Is there a Gary, a Greg? It's Greg. There's a Greg.
I don't know. You're
Kendall,
just a fucking
Greg, and
dick, though.
Shiv.
You're a dick. You're a dick.
So I just picked one of the names that I knew, and I said that. And so that maybe is a spoiler. I don't know. It might not be a spoiler.
How dare you? How dare
Maybe
you?
spoil it. Sorry about the possible spoiler.
How dare you?
But I
Also,
could also possibly be wrong.
I'm pretty sure season 3 of Dave ends tonight too. So that's another show that's ending.
That sucks. So
That means now I
Succession's
can stream it.
over with. Ted Lasso is over with. But I'm saying like series ending, like shows ending. Dave could come back for more seasons.
The Marvelous
Like
Mrs.
Ted-
Maisel.
Marvelous Miss Hazel fucking ended. Shit, you're right. I saved that one up so I can binge the whole final season of that one all together. But yeah, I guess Maisel being done, Succession being done. None of us watch Succession though, right?
All right, now I'm gonna binge watch Maisel, and I'm gonna fucking ruin it for you. Even though that was
you
a
have
joke.
to watch all of it, and I have to watch one season, so I can definitely finish it before.
I feel like you work hard. I've got a lot. As you wake up early, but I have so much more free time on my hands.
Also, if you spoil it, I don't care.
I'm gonna find something to spoil for you.
Like I don't give a fuck about spoilers.
You know what I'm gonna do? If you and Emma ever have children, I'm gonna bribe the doctor, and I'm gonna find out the sex before you.
Doubtful.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Find the doctor's name.
I'm gonna do it. I'm a piece of shit with nothing to lose.
Well, you also just said you've also mentioned multiple times about how lazy you are, and I feel like that's a lot.
Yes, but now I want to take something from you. I'm lazy.
Even if
but
you
I'm a piece of
spoiled it, I
shit.
wouldn't care. Like, all right.
Or I'll threaten the doctor's life until they won't tell you until it's born, and that's way more stressful.
Not really.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
Just go neutral colors.
Just
blue
yellow,
anyways. They're gonna
baby
be a
room-
Giants fan
baby-
regardless.
God damn it! I'm gonna find something to take from you, asshole.
You can't beat me.
I will do it. I'm gonna steal your dog.
You will not steal my dog. I will
She would
John
come
Wick
with
you
me.
So fast. I will John Wick you so fast.
Dude, if you're not home,
I will
she
John Wick
would
you
come with me.
so fast if you take my dog.
No.
Oh yeah, don't even
Nope.
joke about it. But Succession. I've watched 2 episodes of Succession, and I remember finishing the second episode, be like, I'll pick this up later this week, and I just never picked it up later that week, and that was like a year ago. So I'm probably gonna watch Succession at some point, but like it also I remember like they were talking about business, and I'm not as smart. So like when they talk about business and they're like, oh, this and the equities and that, like I have a stock guy that I have money with, and he calls me, he's like, Alex, I was thinking about like, what if we moved this to here and we did this? And I'm like, hey, buddy, I get that you're like required, I guess, to call me and let me know before you do this, but just go ahead. Whatever you think is best, money guy. I don't fucking know this shit.
My favorite was I saw a review on it, and it was like, why would anybody spend so much time investing in their lives into watching something where everyone's a piece of shit? I was like, I don't know. Seems like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia has been going on for 13 seasons.
People watched Deshaun Watson for a long time.
Also, that take requires that you think everybody is at their core nice and happy. No. I think most people are like me, bitter and angry.
That's how you get to the
And they're
top.
just, no, it's not how you get to the top. That's why it's why I am where I am. But guess what? I'm angry. I like watching other characters I root for bad guys a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, obviously not in like superhero movies, is good guy, bad guy. That's a different type of good guy, bad guy. But in shows like that where it's corporate, I'm like, that guy's a fucking dickhead. I like him. I hope he does well. And they never do. They don't come out on top. The mean guy never does. If I wrote shows, they fucking would come out on top a lot more. Guess what? The little guy, you're getting crushed. I would write TV shows from the side of Walmart. Like, yeah, you've had a little nice mom and pop store going here in your small town for 60 years. I'm going to build a Walmart here and crush all your fucking dreams of your future generations. That's the guy I root for in TV shows.
Very specific person, but okay.
Yeah, people that are assholes are more entertaining. There's a reason they say nice guys finish last. It's fucking true. You got to have a little bit of a dick in you.
People walk over you. People walk all over you at a certain point.
I mean, you, Alex,
People
you
like
are
nice guys.
You are a very nice guy. You're also a fucking dick when you gotta be.
I feel like, because I feel like I am a nice guy most of the time. But there are
Actually,
times
a lot of the
I
time,
feel like you gotta be able. You have to be able to like.
there's a lot of
dick.
times you're a dick when you don't gotta be.
Yeah, got that dog in me.
You got that dog in you, dude.
You gotta have that dog in you.
It's fun rooting for somebody who's kind of people that are squeaky clean. See, that's the problem is they build people up to be squeaky clean, and then you just try and tear them down anyway. Give me the guy that's flawed right away. George Costanza, that's my dude. Right away, you knew he was a piece of shit, but he's lovable.
You gotta think Walking Dead, and that's how I think Walking Dead in terms of life, where it's like that guy's an awesome dude. He's really nice, and he would probably die within like the first week and a half of a zombie apocalypse because he would like give other people his food, and then everybody would take advantage of him. Or like, all right, this guy, he's a dick, but I'd ride that out with him for a while at least, because like, all right, he can do that. But like, I don't think we're gonna be eating people. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think he seems like a chill dude. Wouldn't mind stealing shit occasionally, but I don't think we're gonna resort to murder day 2. Like that's my camp, because then I get killed off. Like I could probably last like a month, a solid month. Like assuming I'm not like right where the zombie attack is. Like I can get away a little bit. Like I think I could last a month, and then I'd get killed by somebody else. But like,
yeah, I think if I made it past
a little bit,
if I made it past a month, I think I would just be good. Like if I'm gonna die, it's gonna be in the first month. If I find it into a group, I would probably be like, listen, the only way I'm gonna survive is if I'm the guy that's willing to do really fucked up shit that nobody else wants to do.
Robert, no chance.
Like I would be the guy that'd be like,
that life, bro.
Like, hey, dude, we're running low on food. Somebody's got to go. Who contributes nothing? I'd be the guy that puts my hand on Vic. I mean, the kid doesn't help us. Nobody else would kill a kid. I'd be like, if somebody's gonna fucking do it, that's my role.
I'd be the guy that was just waiting for like there to be like I make it the month, and then I'm just waiting for there to be like the part at like a season finale where it's like I gotta sacrifice myself for the greater group. We're in a fucking post-apocalyptic society anyways. It's not like we're going back to where we were. We're not gonna have NFL football anytime soon. Whatever, I'll be a hero, and then
it all comes back to
and then
years.
Everybody would love me and my character arc.
Years and years ago, I remember my dad telling me, "I don't want to be the guy. I want to be the guy behind the guy." I would be a lackey, 100%. I would find a guy that was strong in building a society, and I'd be one of his guys that just took care of shit. That would be my role. I don't want to be the main guy. There's a lot of problems. Hey, what's the saying? Heavy lies the crown. I don't want
Something
that
like
shit.
That, yeah.
I don't want that shit. Just I want to be the guy. I've always when I've done best in my life is when people give me instruction and tell me what to do. Just give me a job, I'll go fucking do it. As long as I don't get torn apart by zombies afterwards. Like, hey, if I do it in the middle of the job, cool. I'll fucking shoot myself in the head. Whatever it. but I would 100% be a lackey.
Yeah.
I
I
just
see
go
that.
along, dude. I go
You have like a
along with
bat.
shit, man. I go along with shit. Whatever's gonna make it just the conversation end. Fuck, I might have been a Nazi. If I was born in
You would have
1940s
easily
Germany.
been, yeah.
Or 19
yeah.
I
You've
probably
been
would.
persuaded so
As
quickly.
bad as it is, yeah. It's just this is what everyone else is doing. All right, I'll go along with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a guy of strong moral fortitude over here.
But yeah, Succession, that ended. Miss Maisel ended, and then Ted Lasso, I guess, just they put its last episode. I have not seen that one yet, but I don't really care if you spoil it to me, so who cares? Yeah, so show's ending. That sucks. And now, like, now what am I gonna watch? I think you should leave. Just season 3 came out. Fucking watch 3 episodes of it yesterday. It was great.
I didn't know that. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
So
jacked
there's
up.
a new show. I
love
ask a
that
question, answer your own question, and it's just as funny.
There you go.
It's very fun. If you don't know what I think you should leave is, go watch it on Netflix, and you'll either love it or hate it, but you'll know very fast.
If you're a fan of the electric lettuce, you'll probably like it.
Very true. Very true. All right. That was our Comeback Kids segment. Pat, will you tell everybody about our good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company before we tell you guys some not cools? Because there's a lot of things in this world that are not cool. One of those things will never be Southern Star Brewing Company. They're the coolest.
Bro, I'm having such a good day. I ran a couple errands early on. I come back. Bam, my brother had a nice cold cracked. I had some of the pumpkin ales in the fridge. And he is a guy that famously is just like, no, dude, I don't like any beers with any flavor, shit like that. Even that one, he was like, it's pretty good fucking beer. I had one of those. Then I went over, I grabbed myself a nice cold pint glass, and I had myself a Buried Hatchet Stout, which plays any time of year. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it might be 96 or wherever the fuck it is outside right now. But guess what? Inside my house, it is 72 degrees. It is nice and cool. And a nice dark beer, delicious. I've been crushing the Tejas hot chocolate stouts. Right now, I am on my, third Texas Punch. So we started doing this. Sorry, let me give it the full name. The Texas Punch Citra Azaka. I don't know if I said that right, Robert. Probably not. But you know what I do know? It's absolutely fucking delicious every single time. This thing, all their beers, even though it's a dark beer, you think, oh, no, dark beers, it's wintertime. It's when it's cold. No, fuck that. That shit plays every day of the week, every season of the year, no matter how hot, how cold it is outside, the beer is going to be good. If it's hot outside, cold, throw the beer in the fridge, drink it cold. If it's cold outside, guess what? It's a stout. Drink it warm. It's designed to be drank that way anyway. No matter what, they're going to find one that works for you. And actually, you know what? Coming up, I've got a float on the 24th. I'm going to load up on so much Strawberry Blonde and Southern Brunch and Original Bombshell. Those are float beers. Those are beers that, because I don't know if you're like me. When you float, do you just hand out alcohol to other floating groups? I do. I get a couple beers in me and I just start going, boom, you want a beer? Who wants a beer? Here's a beer. Here's a beer. There's going to be Southern Stars all over San Marcos when I'm done.
Southern Stars. And you know what? Southern Stars is also a great beer because now that it is pool season, I know that when you're floating, I am going on my brother's bachelor party is floating the river. And I know one of the big rules that all of our reserves and our rentals say is like no glass. No fucking glass.
No glass. Don't bring glass in the river. Don't be an asshole.
There. You're not allowed to take glass to a lot of pools, a lot of beaches. You know what you never have to worry about though? Southern Star's not in glass. It's the first
Cans, baby.
craft in Texas. They're the only beer. It's just exclusively in cans. Wherever you get it, you're never gonna have to worry about like, oh shit, I can't bring that here. You can always bring Southern Star wherever you can bring beers. So go get a Southern Star. Tag them. They're at Southern Star Brewing Co. and at Southern Star BC. Let them know you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast. Tag them if you're drinking a Southern Star at all out in the wild. We love to see it. Tag us, tag them. We'll retweet you, give you a follow, give you a shout out. But we appreciate you guys appreciating Southern Star. And don't forget, Saturday, December 16th. The 10th annual Christmas Spooktacular. I know it's a long time away. It's a long time away. But hey, mark your calendars now. We always are guilty of not telling you guys stuff in far enough advance. Like we're telling you over 6 months in advance of this event. So you can't be like, oh, I forgot about it. No, we told you already. All right. Saturday, December 16th at Southern Star Brewing Company. Obviously, more info will come, but if you want to mark that on your calendars, get ahead. But Southern Brewing Company, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right. If you guys have anything that happens to you throughout the week that makes you say, "Hey, man, that's not cool." You stubbed your toe. That's a not cool. You accidentally hit your thumb with a hammer while you're trying to nail something. Also, a not cool. There's varying degrees, but hit us up on Twitter. We're at Pass Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Not Cool. We will sort through them each week and pick some of the best ones and read them aloud. Some of the listener viewer ones from you guys. Don't forget to go watch our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Pass Your A Podcast, or just go search Pass Your A Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to us. We're trying to get to that magical 500 subscribers number. So hit us up on the YouTube and on Twitter @Pass Your A Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Not Cool to submit your not cools. This week's first not cool comes to us from Kenya Valdez at Kenyatta Mandata, and she says, super not cool. I was scheduled to be induced today, but the hospital had a ton of overnight deliveries, so they pushed me to tomorrow because mine is elective induction. Hopefully they have availability tomorrow. I'm ready to have this baby. Yeah, as an ally to women and to all communities. I understand for you, not personally, but for you, I understand and sympathize with you that having a baby, you want to get that bad boy out of there. So yeah, Pat probably doesn't even care, but I feel your pain, Kenya, and I hope that you have that baby as soon as possible.
You think I don't care?
With Pat.
You think I don't care
saying it, so I was just saying
about one of the core members of the Grand. Think about it this bad, Alex. She's been pregnant for 9 months. She hasn't been able to drink. She thought tomorrow morning she was going to be able to wake up and have an ice cold Southern Star beer. And then they told her all of a sudden, no, we're going to push it back another day. Come on. How bad would you feel?
Yeah.
Also, she wants to meet her kid.
She's our gravy gangster from last year at the Gravies Awards. And obviously, we hope the best for her. But that is super not cool that hey, just want to get this baby out of here.
Well, hold on. When did she send that to us? Was today the day? Is it Gravy Baby Day? Also, hey, I don't know if you thought about it.
7 hours ago.
7, so it's tomorrow, Kenya. If I hope she's listening to this actually as she's giving birth. That would be awesome. If we were the soothing sounds in the background, Kenya, just Pat, great name for a baby. Boy or a girl. You can go boy or a girl with Pat.
Alex could also go both ways.
Alex can. Dude, think about it this way. If you do Pat Alex Mandata, initials Pam, office, Pam.
Strong name.
There you go. Just throwing it out there. Also, we're hoping mama and baby are both happy. We love you, Kenya. Just
love you. But it'd be super sick if you were listening to us while you gave birth. Somehow that video got to us. Not like that full birth video, but just you listening to us, great content for us.
Think about it this way: when you're
you come first though.
Think about it this way: when you're pooping, if you're listening to something, you laugh, and sometimes it shoots out a turd. I think if you're laughing when you're giving birth, baby might come quicker. Yeah. Just a thought, not a doctor, but seems like it would make sense to me.
Right. I'm not a doctor, but I did watch a lot of Scrubs, so
I did.
Kind of a doctor. But hey, T's and P's to you, and let us know when you have that baby, and we will find you a Pass the Gravy onesie to send over to you. All right, but love you and best of luck. Best of luck adding another gravy baby to the family. Our next one is from
Brandon Whitehead.
I didn't put his name.
Yeah.
Brandon Whitehead. He's at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. And he says, my not cool is at Regal Movies. This is what the nozzles from the self-service fountain drink machine look like. Yep, that's mold. Robert, when you're putting the video up, please put the picture that Brandon attached. He says, yep, that's mold. They still had the machine open after I told them about it, and the manager refused to talk to me about it. So I clicked over to it, and yeah, I think I saw this. It was this weekend when he posted this. But yeah, he basically just took a paper towel and did one wipe around where the
nozzle
comes out, and it's just black.
It's just brown shit on
John
there.
Taffer would have a field day.
Yeah, I mean,
an absolute
one, the manager's a pussy. You gotta be, dude, I'm obviously so sorry. Let me clean that out. I'll get you a new drink. Like where are you sitting? I'll bring it to you, free of charge. All that, like, that's just basic customer service. It's bad by the manager. I gotta be honest with you, not only would I never check that, even if I like poured my drink and then I checked that, it wouldn't stop me even a little bit. I'm that much of a dirt bag.
pretty gross.
Yeah, I mean it is, but like I keep my same cup at work, and it's one of those. It's not a Yeti, but it's like a Yeti style one of those. So and every once in a while, I'll just be taking a drink, and when I go to pour more, I'll look at the rim of my cup, and like where the mouth is, I'm like, this really. And I cleaned it the other day. It was fucking gross. I still kept drinking out of it. Like, I'm just a fucking dirt bag like that. But yeah, that sucks a lot, Brandon, and that's just bad business by them.
Yeah, that's not cool. It's not cool. It's like, bro. Like, all they had to do is just be like, okay, cool. Yeah, like, maybe comp your drink or just give you another drink and be like, sorry, I fixed it.
Oh,
like, that wouldn't have been a problem.
Dude, obviously, I would have been like, well, let's throw your drink away. Tell me what theater you're in. I'm going to go clean this. I'll give you, and I'll bring a drink to you. Like, that's just basic customer service. The manager refusing to talk to you is ridiculous. I would have been like, yeah, no. I wouldn't say mindless. I mean, we fucked up. We should have cleaned it, and we didn't. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We're going to close it down for 5 minutes. We're going to clean the station. I'm gonna refund you on your drink. I would probably refund like their tickets and everything too. Like, I just be like, dude, I'm gonna refund everything for you. Let me clean this. I'll bring you some drinks and some snacks to you, so you can enjoy your movie. Because that's all it takes. It's like, you lose out on one. I don't know if he had his kids and his wife. One family's worth of thing. The goodness of doing the right thing for a customer way outweighs it. Because now he may never go back to them. If they just did the right thing right there, he might go back to them for 15 years.
Yeah, that's true.
And while it's one person, it's nothing. It's just like customer service is literally the easiest part of customer service. And the fact that so people are bad at it absolutely baffles me.
Yeah. T's and P's, dude. That sucks. And don't go to that place again, obviously. Shout out Brandon Whitehead. Our next one is from Raymundo Benavides. He's at KMundoB on Twitter, our reigning Pass the Gravy MVP from the Gravy's Awards. His not cool is that his wallet finally gave out, and now he needs another one. Yep. That is I've had that happen before. He did have a very thick wallet, from what he posted. Sometimes it happens. I recently downgraded from the George Costanza size wallet to the minimalist one, and it's a game changer, but like it takes a little while to get used to. I'm like, where are all my cards? Turns out you need like 3 or 4. Not as many as you'd think.
Mundo, I'm gonna be like, this is an opportunity for you. Now you get to have fun with it. Everyone gets a dude. I got a Boba Fett wallet.
I think he had a badass motherfucker wallet, which was like, that was also sad
I mean, that's good, but like, it's everybody has it. Mine, it's like if I unfold it in front of my eyes, it looks like Boba Fett's visor. Great wallet, $20. So I would say just Star Wars. There's so many. Obviously, apparently, like you said, he got the badass motherfucker one. I hope you enjoy it. But anybody else out there listening, you need to get a new wallet. Find a subject you like, Star Wars, Harry Potter, something like that. Type that shit into Amazon. Get yourself a fun wallet. Everybody's got boring
or a
wallets.
Minimalist wallet.
If that's what you enjoy, cool. Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna spend $20 anyway, it might as well have the Mandalorian Creed on it. Why not? Make it something you enjoy. As someone who's had this Boba Fett wallet for probably a year now and hoped at least one person would notice it, be like, that's cool. Nobody ever has, but you know what?
Nobody looks at your wallet. Yeah, nobody ever fucking looks at wallets.
Still fun for me. I just thought maybe one time when I was like paying at a cashier, they'd be, dude, is that Boba Fett? I'd be, yeah, that's sick as fuck. It's never happened, but maybe one day. But maybe also, I love it. I love Boba Fett. It's a sick fucking wallet. Doesn't have to be Star Wars. Like I said, you like Harry Potter? Make your wallet look like Hagrid.
I used to have a Yankees credit card. It has a Yankees logo on it.
Bro, I had a Red Sox one.
one time at an Astros game. It was the 7th inning, but they hadn't stopped selling beer yet, and they served the people in front of me. He's like, "Oh, hey, we got to stop serving beer," and it was because I pulled out my Yankees card, and I was like,
Well,
that's." He didn't say that's why, but I was like, that's fucking why, isn't it?
I mean, that's awesome. You, as a fan, you have to respect that.
And so then, yeah, but at that point, I was like, I should just get a regular card so that this doesn't happen again.
I
And then the
had
next
a
time,
Red Sox
instead of
one.
renewing it, I just was like, I'll just get the regular one.
Bank of America lost the MLB contract, so that's why I don't have a fucking logo on mine anymore. And I'm too lazy to just look up what else they have now. But just,
Well, yeah,
just
it's like,
enjoy
just give me
yourself.
another card. I don't fucking care. I just want a card.
Losing
But
a wallet
yeah,
sucks, but like at least now, like, dude, it's a wallet. Have
it's a
fucking fun
chore.
with
It's
it.
one of those things where now it's like a chore, but yeah, you can just order it online. T's and P's Mundo, and our last listener submitted, viewer submitted, not cool. It's from Melissa Hyde. What's up, girl? At Mel Hyde, myself on Twitter, and she says, on my flight, tiny plane reeks of piss. It's a United flight. You'd think they could do better. Yeah, planes shouldn't smell like piss.
Dude, that's just flying now. They don't give a fuck because they know what are you gonna do? You have no other option. You have to fly.
Yeah. That's a very, very good point. And it also is, yeah, like I think sometimes you
Also-
see flight attendants get like cocky in some of the videos you see, but then also it's like we don't know what they see that we don't see.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is
I mean,
probably a lot worse too.
chances are somebody around you probably just pissed themselves. Like, were there old people
Which, yeah,
around you?
That's still not cool.
No, it's not
With
cool, but it's
children.
like that's not, like it's not on the airline if there's a 80-year-old man and he just pissed himself. Like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna fucking do? There's nothing you can do in that scenario. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a lot of things worse than being stuck in this fucking tin can flying through the air for 3 hours and it just reeking of piss.
It smell like shit.
Yeah, shit would be worse.
Shit would've been worse.
Okay, so I can think of one thing worse than flying through the air in a steel can for 3 hours and it's smelling like piss.
Well, a tiny little one, we called them puddle jumpers when I was a kid. When we would go to
Yep.
Maryland, we would fly up to either Charlotte or Philadelphia, and then we'd connect, and there would be one of those little prop planes.
Ours would be when we'd fly from Houston to Newark and then Newark to Boston. It's like a 40-minute flight.
Yeah.
Or
Probably just a shorter
for,
flight.
you know what? For our listeners, maybe Houston to Dallas. A little 45-minute flight.
Still in full planes.
But I would call that a puddle jumper. It's a 40. Any plane that when you get on it, and it's under an hour, and you just know there's going to be turbulence. And you know your plane is just going to go up and down.
It was the shitty, yeah, it was like a smaller plane. Like Dallas and Houston just send full-size planes back and forth because there's enough people.
I think I've talked about this in the past, but on that short Newark to Boston 40-minute flight was when I was like 10 years old and I farted and the entire cabin smelled it. And it smelled so bad that everyone was laughing through the entire plane. You don't get that on a 747.
That's true.
One of the proudest moments of my life, and I'm not fucking kidding.
Pat, what's your not cool?
I had a couple. One was just that I went up to see my mom this weekend. I couldn't make it up for Mother's Day. Well, I should say my parents. I couldn't make it up for Mother's Day. So I went up this weekend and bought her a nice bottle of whiskey, but she also said, hey, bring me some of that beer. So I'm like out of Southern Star beer now because I brought her like all of what I fucking had and didn't bring anything back. So I'm getting low. Hey, but we have new beers coming out now, so I'm happy. Yeah, I get HEB, Kroger, all of them. I can go get more. Or if I have time, I'll go up to my buddy is a teacher, and now that he's off for the summer, maybe I just be like, dude, let's go make a day trip up there. Have some fun. That sucked. Also, I've gotten back into drinking a lot of water. So like I'm trying to drink a gallon a day. And the first day that I started it, later on in the day, my buddy hits me up and goes, hey, you want to see the new Burt Kreischer movie, The Machine? And I pissed when we left his house. I pissed before the movie started. And then the entire second half of the movie, I was just holding in a piss. I got to pee so much now.
I'm being committed to it. You've committed so far into it where you're like, now I am like dying. but I decided I was not going to stop at this gas station, or I decided that I am not going to piss for the rest of the movie. And now it's too far in where I can't go and I'm just miserable.
Oh wait, no, I forgot. I pissed at his house. I pissed before the movie, and then I had to run and piss during a preview. And then I'm peeing so much now. All I do is pee. I feel like an 80-year-old. But hey, being healthy.
Hydration,
Also, dude, go see The Machine. That movie was fucking hilarious. My last one I had is my buddies have been trying to get me into golf forever. And while I was up at my parents this weekend, I drove into San Antonio. My buddy just gave me a set of like nice golf clubs and a brand new golf bag. So now like I have to start playing golf. I can't just take golf clubs as a present for free for my friend and then not play. So now
you are gonna be either like really into golf but bad at it for a very, 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 very long time, or you're gonna be out of this hobby in a month.
I don't think I'm gonna be a diehard golf. I'm not gonna be a like I'm gonna try and at least hit the range once a week. I've got time. Just go hit some golf balls. I'm gonna try and at least do that. I don't think I'm gonna be the kind of guy that's trying to go play golf twice a month. That's not gonna be me. But I want to get enough skill in so when the boys get together, if we want to have a golf weekend, fuck it, I'm included. I can be part of this now.
Yeah. Because you are like good vibes guy, I feel like.
I will definitely be the vibes
you like
guy,
to drink and you'll just drink and smoke cigars. So like you'd be cool to like, I could see you enjoying that, but it's also like I could also see you just hating golf. I mean, I don't like any of the other part, and like I'm not gonna go out here. It's hot. Like you don't like leaving your house. It's gonna be hot a lot of the time that you're playing golf. You're gonna be sweaty. You're not gonna like that. So then you'll just be like, I'm fucking done with this. There's too much sun. I'm sunburned. This is stupid. I'm sucking at golf right now. Like I can see like with me, like I have a little meltdown. I have a quick little meltdown and then I quit. And that's basically
I don't anymore
me
though.
at golf.
I have lost my competitive edge so badly. I am now just about let's go have a good time. Yes, I want to play well when I'm playing, but if I shank it, it's not going to ruin my fucking day until I start taking golf seriously, which I think is going to take a long time. My buddy also told me, he's like, dude, he's like, don't even worry about playing golf. Just for 6 months, just go to the range, get a feel for your clubs, just swing them. Like understand what you're doing with it, but and I think that's the way I'm going to have to play it anyway. Now that being said, now that I have clubs, if in 2 weeks my buddy says, "Dude, are you free this day? Do you want to play golf?" I'm like, "Yes," and I'm going to be awful. But you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to drink 18 beers. Like somebody's going to have to drive me
hot dogs, 18 holes, 18 beers.
Well, the 18 beers I could do no problem. When adding in the hot dogs is too much.
But it's like you could make it take longer than a baseball game too. You could just kind of like pace yourself. I saw a guy online.
No, you can't. You can't because you can't hold up the group behind you. That's
but if it's like a public course, you could let people go past
I buy into. Yeah, I could. Yeah, but I want to. But if I'm playing with my buddies, they won't want to do that. If I was ever slow enough to have somebody play through, I'd be like, all right, I have to fix the way I'm playing.
Speaking of the 999 challenge, I saw somebody did it, and I think that they were a little harsh on him because he didn't get credit for completing all 9 of them. He had 8.5, and he was at a Red Sox game, and they won at home, so they didn't have to complete the bottom of the 9th. And I was like, oh, that's a bullshit technicality. Like he should have to finish the dog right there. But they're like, nope, last out, you didn't finish it. And I was like, that's some bullshit.
No, you got to give him 5 minutes because the inning is probably. Let's say, what's the least amount of time that you got to give him 3 minutes? Because the least amount of time it's going to take is 1 pitch ground out, 1 pitch ground out, 1 pitch ground out. That'll take at least 3 minutes.
What's the pitch clock time? Is it 24 seconds?
Something like that, but in the time of the ground out.
Times 3. That times 3.
No, that doesn't make sense because then you have the ground out, the throw to
on an emergency,
first, getting it over to the pitcher,
finish that
the batter
dog,
getting into the backs. You got to say 24 seconds on the pitch clock, plus another 30 seconds for the play to end and the batter to get back in. That's a short amount of time.
I just didn't think about that as like a game changer to it. It's like that could fuck you so bad. And it's like he was like struggling to finish it. Like he said it was not fun at the end, but he was like, it was doable. And then maybe he got fucked by a half inning.
Maybe our first 999, maybe I should just like come over to your house and we just try and do it on the couch first before we do it in
definitely
public.
do that. We can just watch. We'll pick a game and watch it.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe we don't even have to do a stream. Maybe we just like fucking go live once or
we have
twice
to do a
during it.
stream so I can write it off. It's content.
That too.
We'll get
You mean
hot dogs.
I was gonna say you want to write off the free beer that we get.
I did have some hot dogs Memorial Day. Didn't really have any problems with it, but also wasn't really trying to push it.
Also,
yeah,
yeah,
two real quick like that.
Hey,
and then I was like,
that was really shitty by us. Come back in Memorial Day. Thanks for all the fallen soldiers from our country.
Didn't we say the troops? Shit. Didn't we say the troops last week?
I mean, if we did, it was very quick, and I don't remember it.
But sometimes, like, it was like we're not going to do 45 minutes on the troops.
Well, now it's happened. I'm just saying we should mention it. Shout out
to you guys.
Thank you guys for your sacrifice.
Yeah, no, because we said on this Memorial Day weekend, Brittany Griner is the biggest American patriot because she dared to stand.
So we disrespected them.
Kneeling.
So we disrespected them last week. That's right. Yeah.
So Patriot of the Week was Brittany Griner.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give Patriot of the Week. My buddy TJ Barrington.
Troops.
He's got my friend has a Purple Heart. I'll give the Patriot of the Week to him this week.
There you go, Tej.
Tej gives his services.
All right. Mine not cool. I have a couple, but I'll run through them. My first one is just that, like, yesterday I was working out and was going to go fill my water bottle, and the water was just off, and they had just turned the water off for like 5 hours at my apartments, and they sent an email like, "Oh, we had an emergency water turn off," and I was like, "Well, fuck, okay." Like I was able to deal with it. I just didn't shower after I worked out. I had to do a podcast, so I was all sweaty. I doing a podcast, but like not a big deal. Whatever. Hair looked great. It just was like one of those like okay. And you forget like how much you use water until you're like, I just want to go wash. Like I took the trash out, and I always have to grab the trash chute so I could wash my hands when I get back inside. And I went to go do that. I was like, fuck. We don't have any water. So it's just like one of those like it's an inconvenience that you keep forgetting how much you use. Just your sink and shit like that. So like that was not cool. It was like,
bro, I'm not worried about the sink.
Not the worst thing in the world. Like I made it through it, but like it was
just, dude.
Like, shit.
It's the toilet. You want me to just not shit more than once for 5 hours? That's not an option for me, dude.
Yeah, I would have just gone downstairs and used it
with no warning. But I'm like, oh cool, no warning. I'm gonna come shit in your lobby. Do you have a toilet in the office that's only for employees? All right. Well, I already used both the shits in my toilets. So
I'm using the pool.
Yeah.
That's our next course of action. But yeah, that was not cool. And my not cool is there's always construction by my apartments, I feel like, but there's construction right now, and they shut down one of the 3 lanes. And every single day they so that one of the 3 lanes is shut down already, and they shut down a second lane at one point and then open it back up. So it always creates kind of a bottleneck situation. But I fucking hate people that see that there's a lane ending for it. Like, and it's not like it sneaks up on you. It's like lane ending. There's the arrow. There's another arrow as you keep going. And then there's a third arrow and third and final arrow. So like, you know that the lane is ending. And every single fucking day, the bunch of these fuckheads just are like, oh, I'm just going to stay on the right lane. Just going to stay on the right lane over here. And you see all of them just backing up. You're like, you guys are why we are all in this little bottleneck right here. You guys are all why we're in this bottleneck. You saw this line. You saw that this was ending, and you just stayed. You stayed creating all of this. I understand there's a zipper merge. No, fuck you. These people intentionally just stayed in that lane because they're like, oh, I can cut. I can get further up. I never let them over. Ever.
It's
never.
It's actually been proven that people getting out of that lane creates more traffic. You want people to stay in that lane because when they try and cut over early, that's when it backs up. If everybody just follows their lane to the end and follows the zipper, then traffic is bad. It's when people try and get out of there and then they slow down and leave gaps in front of them, and they're cutting off other traffic trying to get in. If they would just take it to the end and we zipper move, zipper move, zipper move, zipper move, it actually leaves a flow. When people get out of that lane early, that's what cuts and makes traffic. I know everyone hates it, and I used to hate it too until I learned this, and I was like, yeah, okay, now I don't feel bad about doing it anymore because I would still do it. And I still don't do it. I don't take it all the way down to the end. I don't take it all the way down to the very end if I can help it. I try and get in, and then I slide in where there's a gap. But actually, everybody should be doing that.
That's
It does cause less
no,
traffic.
because if you
It's
just
less
zipper
traffic.
merge when you see, if you zipper merge when you see that it's ending, then everybody's already there. There's one lane instead of 2 lanes that are trying to merge into one lane, and you already have.
But
the
that's
one lane.
not how
You've
it
already been to the
works.
one lane. By the time you get to the bottleneck, you
People-
don't have the bottleneck.
Here's the problem: is people in that fucking lane that you're trying to merge into don't let you fucking merge. If
You shouldn't be
everyone,
allowed to.
if everyone just followed the social
You
contract
should-
of
or just get over.
the second that you see it says this lane is going to end and somebody puts on their blinker, if you just allowed them in, we'd be in a better place. But guess what? Nobody does that. People see that blinker turn on, they go and they just fucking speed up and get on the bumper. Go, no, you can get behind me. You're not getting in front of me. You're not gonna get in front of me. You got to get behind me. It's only gonna cost me 9 seconds if I let you in front of me, but instead I'm gonna keep backing up traffic. No, that's why you have to go all the way up to you have to use all of the lane that you had. So you're just abdicating. Let's use less of the highway and cram into smaller spaces. That'll make less traffic.
When you see the lane's ending, just get over in the other lane. Like I absolutely always, when you see that the lane's ending, as you see that, like the beginning, like I will absolutely let everybody merge. It's the people at the fucking end that are the assholes. They're like, I'm just gonna ride all the way up as far as I can, and then I don't have to wait as long as everybody else. And it's like, no, you're fucking trying to cheat.
But
Fuck
that's the problem, Alex. Is me and you are the type of people that will let people in. Guess what? We're also the type of people that will always put away our shopping carts. How many people don't do that? How many people don't put away their shopping carts? You think those people will be like, I won't walk 6 feet to put away my shopping cart, but I will let you merge in traffic? No, those are the assholes that cause traffic. They don't let you merge. They leave 4
I don't let
car
you merge
lengths
at a
in
certain
front
point.
of them.
Like when you try, when you've gone all the way to the end, I'm not ever letting you merge.
You're
Never.
causing traffic then,
No.
you asshole. You're making
trying
a
to
car
fucking
come to a
cheat.
complete
You're trying to
fucking stop.
cheat.
No, they're trying to
cheat.
keep the car moving and then move it into traffic so that traffic keeps flowing.
In a world of Pat Deon's being
when you
Alex.
don't let them in, guess what? That car comes to a complete stop. Then the car behind them comes to a complete
Robert,
stop.
what do you do?
4 miles fucking back. You're causing traffic by not allowing merging.
What do you do, Robert?
If I see the lane's ending, I move immediately.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
You're a normal person. You're not like, I'm gonna just see how long I can ride this out, because that's what fucks it up for everybody. If you just saw it and tried to get over, then then everybody's in one lane. You being like, let me see how much further I can go. Let me see how much further. That's what fucks it up for everyone.
But Robert,
just get over. You see the lane's ending? Get over.
Do you just
the lane's gonna end? You can't keep going.
You see it's gonna end and you merge, or you see it's gonna end and then you completely slow down in the ending lane until you'll be led over and you don't keep moving with traffic. See, that's the difference. Is if you can't, well, but yeah, if you can't get over, you have to keep going. If you can get over, yes, obviously you merge. But the problem is people go, well, I'm going to merge, but then all of a sudden people don't let them in. So they stop traffic in that lane with more road in front of them. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you going to come to a complete stop? If people don't let you in, are you going to keep going?
More people are trying to ride that lane that's ending as far as they can, so they don't have to wait in line as long.
It is actually the correct way to do it.
Oh, I can't get over. There are more people that are trying to cheat and cut in line
I agree
than there are people that are, oh, I just couldn't get over. So like, you're all assholes. Just fucking, you see the lane's ending, you know the lane's ending. When that lane ends, you can't be like, oh, I can't believe I can't get over. You saw the lane was ending. You knew it. You knew it. For a quarter mile, you fucking knew it. Get the fuck over.
I agree with you, and I understand why you're mad at them. I'm telling you,
it
actually, to alleviate traffic, it actually is the correct way to go all the way to the end and then zipper move in. Because then you're not trying to pack more cars into less lanes. While the lane is there, you should use it. It does create less traffic. It's just people are assholes
weren't that
like
bad
you.
Either? Were you like, oh, the Nazis aren't that bad?
We've established that I would have probably gone along with the group. Okay,
yeah, clearly,
I'm not proud
obviously,
of it.
this is a Nazi tactic you are going along with because you're causing the traffic. But that was my.
You're causing the traffic.
What was your not cool, Robert?
My not cool is I'm going on a trip soon, and it's
Pat's
gonna
audio
be.
went out. I don't know what happens.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, and it's gonna be like light jacket weather. Not like super cool, but I don't really have a light jacket. I have hoodies, but I want something that zip up. So
Wow.
I took a risk. I found one online that I liked because I wasn't going to go shop in person.
Right.
I found one online, and I took a risk that it's going to arrive before I leave, and
Ooh.
it's looking like it's not. It's
I
looking like it's
mean,
not.
that's one of those where it's like I've had that happen too, where you just like, all right, this gets in by that time, that's cool. If not, then I gotta go to like fucking REI or
Yeah.
Academy the day before and pack it up and then either just return this, which never is gonna happen with me. You'd probably actually return it, but it's like, but then what if you get that jacket and it's also sick too? You're like, well, maybe I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like I don't want to, but like I'll probably have to go. Yeah, REI Academy. Look at something.
Yeah,
But it also is
I
fun
hope your
looking at
jacket
REI.
dies. How about that?
Are you gonna say something nice or no?
Yeah, that was really
No,
mean.
I'm
He's not saying anything. If he says something nice, he can get his audio privileges back. He's writing notes to us on his phone right now, but just make sure when you edit this that you don't put Pat up there at all.
I just blur it out.
Like just don't just blur it so you can't see it, and then nothing, I can't even see what he's saying. Can't even tell. But yeah, dude, that does suck. Where like you're kind of days like, okay, because then there's always like the like you know when your flight is, and it's like maybe arriving by 8 p.m. and then like when 8 p.m. comes, like, oh, it's not getting here today. Damn it. And it's like, could be here tomorrow by 10. And then usually it'll either be like 10 or it's like getting here by 6. And sometimes it changes. And at that point, you're like, I'm not going to see this jacket, am I? I'm going to just catch you on the flip side, dude. But then when you go to REI, you're going to end up spending more money. So I get that. That sucks.
Exactly.
But it's like a pretty sweet jacket, though, huh?
I liked it. Pat's still writing things. I don't really know.
But he's writing very vulgar things. And,
I can't see it though because it's blurred out.
Luckily, nobody will be able to see it. Luckily, no one will be able to see it. All right. So those were our not cool. That's a solid Pat. Don't. We'll do it again. But that is like one of those where it's just like, this is like, I don't want to go unprepared. You can't buy it when you get there because it's gonna be more money then, and you're trying to avoid doing it here where it's gonna be more money. But it's just gonna be more money now, and you're gonna buy 2 jackets. 2 really nice jackets, though.
That's what you. I'm happy. I'm happy that happened to you. I'm happy.
It's just shitting right now. Let's move on to the answers. Yeah, Pat, you got to upgrade your equipment, dude. Let's move on to the answer segment. My favorite portion of the podcast. We always give you guys our weird thoughts, our business ideas, our questions. We even did a power ranking for you in the Precome segment this week. And we encourage you guys to send us any of your questions. We answered some relationship advice last week. I thought that was very cool of us. We've helped with parenting. With any medical advice you need, hit us up. Yeah, again, relationship advice, all that stuff. You got high thoughts, you got business ideas, hit your boys up at PassAgrayPod. Use the hashtag PTG answers at PassAgrayPod. And if you want to email us answers at PassAgrayPod.com. But we do check Twitter first and most. So go at PassAgrayPod, hashtag PTG answers. That's how we will sort for them. This is the answer segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first question this week comes from our girl, Danielle Weston, at Danny_Weston on Twitter. And Danielle says, any advice for wisdom teeth removal? I get all 4 of mine out on Friday. So I get medical questions. She's hitting us up with a medical question. As somebody that, again, not a doctor, but I've watched Scrubs before. And I had my wisdom teeth all cut out. Take the Vicodin that they give you because it helps. And
here's my advice. Take it easy on the Vicodin if you don't need to when you leave, but when you get home, have a drink. I had a couple beers that day, and I got to tell you, with open sores in your mouth, the alcohol hits your bloodstream much quicker, and I had a great time. Freaking great time.
Advise against this.
Yeah, they probably would, but you know what? Alcohol kills germs, doesn't it? Get yourself a shot of whiskey. But I would recommend a nice cold Southern Star, and then take your medicine later.
Yeah, just don't plan on like doing a bunch of shit because like you're just gonna be kind of knocked out. For a little bit.
You're gonna
Robert,
need
you
a
just had
smoothie.
1 or 2 taken out.
I had 2 taken out.
You had 2, right? What are your since you did it most recently? What's your advice?
Definitely take the pain medication. That was helpful. I
That's
stopped
what I
taking
said.
I stopped taking it after like a little bit because I don't know. I just don't like taking medicine for too long. Like I had a ibuprofen, so I didn't get anything too strong. But each ibuprofen was 600 milligrams. I think like a regular Advil is 200 milligrams. So it was pretty strong, I think.
That's pretty tight. But did you have to do the syringes, the water to flush out the little sockets you had?
No, they didn't give me any of that. They really didn't do anything. Like I didn't realize I had gauze in my mouth until I got home, and I just like, oh, I wanted to see if there's a hole there, and I opened my mouth and I'm like, oh, there's gauze. I had no idea.
That's
And a hole.
that's because you were high.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't tell me. And my I guess if by high you mean I was numb because I
You were
was
medically
Well,
high.
they knocked you out though, right?
I was not put under.
Oh.
I was awake.
Oh,
If you-
so they just numbed you.
yeah, they just numbed me.
Oh, see, when I got mine taken out, they put me
I was
under.
out. Yeah, I remember they were just talking to me about like they were like, was it how long is it gonna take? Like, well, just look at that sailboat and the painting and just wait till
Yeah.
the sailboat starts moving.
I-
And I was
I
like,
got-
that's not gonna
I
And
got
I
to-
woke up.
10, 9, 8, and then I woke up in a hallway. That's what happened when I got mine out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I
But,
kind of was knocked out. I didn't like hearing the drills.
Oh,
didn't-
I
I
can't
didn't-
imagine.
I had my eyes closed the whole time because I didn't want to see what tools they were putting in my mouth.
And you can feel
That's what she
all
said.
the shit going around. You just
Mhm.
can't see it. That is what she said.
Sorry,
That's what she
I
said.
couldn't help myself on that one.
But yeah, just take the meds. Don't plan very many strenuous activities, and pick a couple shows you want to kind of watch, but don't really care if you fall asleep during because you're gonna probably miss it. I remember the Giants beat the Rams on that Sunday because that was like the only thing I really remember because I made sure I didn't fall asleep during the Giants game.
Yeah, real advice: take the meds, grab an ice pack, keep it on the outside of your jaw. I was 19 when I did what I did. I wouldn't really recommend that as an adult. We don't metabolize alcohol as well.
I think
Follow-
you should leave. Watch
follow your
that. Watch, I
doctor's
think you should
advice.
leave because if you fall asleep, it's cool. It's like a sketch comedy show, and you'll be giggling because you'll be high on the drugs.
Yeah,
They give you drugs, and then you'll just be having a good time. You can go in and out of naps.
cough and flop will make you
You're
make you
gonna love
laugh
it.
every time.
You're gonna love it.
It's great.
Next one is from look at us. He's giving out medical advice. This is from Jordan Welch at J_Welch2795 on Twitter. Jordan gives us some stuff to power rank, and this is a good one. He said, power rank the best ways to win a game. He gives us 5 options. We always say, if you want us to power rank things, since we are addicted to power ranking, give us 5 similar things. But we got to give us 5 options, not just power rank this in general. But he says, power rank the best way to win a game, and his 5 options are a last-second field goal, a walk-off anything in baseball, an overtime goal in hockey, a buzzer beater in basketball, or a Hail Mary touchdown on the last play of a game in football. Robert, I want you to go first on this one.
You want me to go first? Okay. I'm gonna say my number 1 is be walk off anything in baseball.
I figured that would be yours. Okay.
Okay,
That
then
tracks.
I'm gonna go with buzzer beater in basketball,
All
followed
right.
by last second field goal, then OT goal in hockey, and last the Hail Mary play, the touchdown.
Okay. I will go next then. So you have walk off, buzzer beater, over last second field goal, overtime in hockey, and Hail Mary. I gotta go Hail Mary 1 because it's like when a Hail Mary happens, it's the most excited you ever are about anything. Like I get like field goals happen, but like that happens way too often to like of all of these, like a Hail Mary, when your team scores to win a game on a fucking Hail Mary, it is incredible. It's awesome.
Detroit
Only
Dan
happens-
just has to shut up and sit down in his seat.
It only happens a handful of times ever. But yeah, it's like all the cool shit, like the chants, all that. Who knows? It's awesome. Gave Doug Flutie a fucking career. But yeah, Hail Mary number 1, that's the coolest. Number 2 is a walk-off in baseball, just because like that's fucking sick that you can just like end a game that way. Like there's very like just being able to end a game with one swing of a bat's fucking awesome. Whether it be like, I mean, obviously the walk-off home run is the best, I would say. But like a walk-off single is fucking sick. The Yankees even had a fucking walk-off pop fly a couple of days ago, and that was awesome. Just be like, all right, so that one's going deep out in the field. This is going to be a win. But yeah, walk off anything in baseball, specifically home run. That's 2. Number 3 is a buzzer beater in basketball. That was close with an overtime goal in hockey. But I think like buzzer beaters in basketball, some like who knows where you're shooting from. Sometimes it's like a half court shot. Sometimes it's just it's crazier than I feel like an overtime goal in hockey is. Sometimes there are sick overtime goals in hockey, but it's like sometimes you're just punching the puck in the net. So buzzer beater goes 3, then overtime goal in hockey. 5 is last second field goal. Awesome. I've watched my team win big games on last second field goals. You're very excited about it, but it happens a lot.
Yeah.
The most, I would say, of all of those 5. So Hail Mary, walk off, buzzer beater, overtime goal in hockey, and last second field goal.
I'm gonna work backwards on mine because it's just the way my brain's gonna work through it. Number 5 is the last second field goal. It is it does have a lot of buildup, but it's the most anticlimactic because it's not a catch and shoot. It's not a you don't know what's going to happen. You get to watch it set up. You get to watch it happen, and then it happens. It's exciting. Yeah. It's not make you jump out of your fucking seat exciting. For most of them. Number 4, I am going to go shit, I just had where did I rank it? I'm gonna go OT hockey. I love hockey, but overtime hockey does happen a lot, and especially if it's during the regular season, it's 3-on-3. It's exciting, but it's not as exciting. You know, they might do some impressive shit for it to happen, but it happens a lot just because the nature of hockey, it does go to overtime a lot. Number 3, I'm gonna go walk off anything in baseball. If you said walk off home run, it's number 1. But because it can be a sac fly, it drops it down in the rankings because that's just anticlimactic. It's just like you build your way back, everything's happening, and then
but it's one swing of a bat. It's one swing of a bat, and it's a walk-off. A walk-off walk. I went to a Braves Mets an LCS game when I was a kid. It's when the Braves had that original run where they could make it to the World Series and they kept losing to the Yankees. And I think they finally beat the Indians one year. But I remember my dad took us to that game 7, and the Mets walked in with the bases loaded to go to the World Series, the Braves. And it was like, that was fucking epic too. It's like just the fact that it ends the game. It's like, this is all it is.
It's epic.
It could be the batter, it could be the pitcher, it could be anybody.
If the question was walk-off home run, I mean, everybody,
Luis Gonzalez.
Altuve off a roll to Chapman. That's epic. That's all time. Is that on the same level of, all right, this is a day game in May, and in the 9th inning, I hit a pop fly to right field, and it was just deep enough for the guy to cross the plate. That's not. It's just not.
I hope I did that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it's cool for your team, but it's not that exciting.
Luis Gonzalez is his single against Mariano Rivera in the World Series. That hurts me more than the Altuve.
What was it? Game
Aroldis Chapman.
Game 5. Poppy in the 14th inning, it was a single to center field, but it was still huge. But it just hi Sam, it just is what it is. Like, if you give me a walk-off home run, yes, but the fact that I have to include all of them and it drops it down. Number 2, I'm going to go buzzer beater in basketball. I still I would like to have baseball above it, but a buzzer beater in basketball when the clock hits 0 while the ball's in the air and then it goes through the net. That's it's electric every time. Number 1, it's without a doubt, it's the Hail Mary.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't
happen. It's awesome.
Dude, we were dead. We were about to lose to the Detroit fucking Lions in the middle of them sucking ass. And then Aaron Rodgers skies this goddamn ball 60 yards through the air in Detroit. Comes down, our tight end jumps up, catches it, and just ruins their day. It just took the air out of the fucking building. There's nothing like you said, Doug Flutie. You've got a whole career off of this shit.
Yep.
Boston College and the upset, it was against Miami, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was a massive upset. The Hail Mary, the fact that you can be beating a team for 60 fucking minutes, and the last second you just sky this ball and go, fuck it. And somebody comes down with it and you
Cordell
lose.
Stewart, Colorado against Michigan.
There is no bigger swing in momentum than the Hail Mary. Because it
Pat,
really
I'm
is. It's a
giving-
Hail Mary. You fucking bless yourself. You fucking pray. You bomb the ball down the field. And then it actually works. Incredible. Number one play in sports.
I'm giving you a chore for this week. We're just gonna dub it Hail Mary week. But you did this for David S. Pumpkins. Just text me once a day and just remember, or you have fucking access to the Pass the Gravy accounts. Just tweet once a day. Just tweet a sick YouTube video of a Hail Mary. Because like those are the most fun to watch. And it's like, even if it's like a walk-off home run, it's like, I want to watch a million Hail Marys over one walk-off home run. Where you're just like,
set reminder,
shit.
2 p.m. every day this week, tweet a Hail Mary.
right. And it's just like, all right. And like anybody, if you tweet a Hail Mary video, I'm watching it. Like that's just how it goes.
Dude,
That's how
it's
it
sick
works.
every time.
It's like, there it goes. And my wife, she one of the ones that I'll get her on, and it's not Hail Mary, but it's Hail Mary-esque, is the just like hook, the lateral play at the end of games. Where like, she's like, oh, is this one of those? I'm like, yeah, watch. He laterals it to him, who laterals it to him, who it never works. But then like once out of every 100 times, like, oh my fucking God, it worked.
I was
And
going to
they
say,
scored. It's awesome.
it doesn't work, but later on in the week, I was going to plan on using the hook and ladder from Varsity Blues. It's not technically a Hail Mary, but it's a last second. Give everything you got.
A bonus video in with it.
Billy Bob.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's a solid power ranking right there, Jordan. Solid. Just hit us up with your power rankings. We love power.
Sorry,
rankings.
I tried to clap a bug there. I'm sorry.
You good? Todd Voss is weighing in with our next one. He's at as_seen_by_TV on Twitter. And Todd says, which is worse? Someone not using their turn signal or someone not realizing that theirs is blinking for no reason?
Not using it. Not using it is, yeah. Yeah, fuck
Like,
you.
I
Like,
can kind of figure out like you're not getting over anytime soon if it's just accident, if it's you just left it on. But it's like you could also completely like where I work, I always take a U-turn to come back to my house, and like there's this this neighborhood, but it's a really small little driveway, like little turn in, and so people have to come to like complete stops to turn into it. And it's like if you don't fucking put your blinker on, then like I'm just going down the highway, like the feeder road, and I have to all of a sudden like slam on my brakes because you just pause out of nowhere. Like, gotta use your fucking blinker.
yeah,
I would much rather you use it, because even if you left it on, that meant that you used it, right?
yeah. Like everyone's been driving down the highway, and all of a sudden the song ends and they hear it and they go, oh fuck, how long has my blinker been on? It happens. But if you're just gonna cut in front of me, you're an asshole. Use your blinker. Or if I'm waiting to turn out of a parking lot and you're just driving, and then turn in when I could have pulled out in front of you, but you refuse to turn on your blinker, you're an asshole.
100% agree. Robert, are you on the same boat as us?
Yeah, people that don't use it, that's worse.
Yeah. Also, real quick, this is a sidetrack. I would just like to put in a qualifier of why sports will always be king over sitcoms. We were talking about Succession earlier, and it was the most watched episode ever. And granted, in the days of streaming, everyone knows they can watch it later. It was the most watched episode ever, and they did like 2.98 million viewers at their peak. The Game 7 of Miami versus Boston had 14.3 million viewers.
Suck it, shows.
They had almost 5 times the amount of viewership. Jesus Christ. Beautiful.
All right. Our next one is from Angelica Hughes at Helly Ray Houston on Twitter. And she says, would you rather always be super thirsty or always have to pee? Either one would be nonstop at all times. Would you rather be super thirsty or have to pee?
I'll take pee. Nothing sucks more, especially as someone who dips. Like I throw in a dip. When you're already dry mouth and you throw in a dip, just because you need one because fucking nicotine, it's awful.
Yeah.
But like if I always just have to pee, I'll just go pee. And yeah, it's a constant. It's annoying. It's way worse. It's way worse.
Well, I think you kind of
always being thirsty.
I think you kind of contradicted an earlier statement that you made, where you were saying how much you hated like that you're drinking all this water and that you had to piss during this movie so much. Like that's the worst. Is like having to really go piss really bad. It's like I saw somebody had replied to her. It was like, yeah, but like dudes, you can just pee anywhere. But like I think it's way less weird to be like, hey, can I get a glass of water? Or like I need a sip of water. Like it's way easier to find water than it is a bathroom.
I can guarantee I can turn you on this point right here. You drink a bunch the night before you wake up in the morning. Would you either wake up having to piss or wake up completely dry mouthed?
I'd rather wake up completely dry mouth.
What?
Yeah,
bro,
water bottle next to my bed, and I would just drink the water.
I usually do too, but I can't tell you how many times I've woken up dry mouth and just been too hungover or too tired to reach over and grab the bottle of water. If I got to pee, I'm getting up to pee. I'd rather.
It's an issue of willpower.
What? You would rather be dry mouth than have to piss?
Yeah,
dry mouth is
dry
the
mouth.
worst.
If I was dry mouth, I could just lean over and get a bottle of water that I have always next to my bed. So then I will drink that, and I will be fine for a second. But then if I had to pee, I would always just be like, "Fuck, I gotta get up."
Sorry, I can't go down on you tonight. My mouth is very dry. You don't want to liquor with a fucking rough cat's tongue. Am I not right on that one? You had a moment where you didn't want to agree with me. I saw
I was like, "How are you circling?" No,
with me, but
that's
you
just kind of
fucking recognized.
That was an absurd take that you had right there. Where it was like, I don't think that really fixes it.
Ask your wife if you think if she thinks that's a valid take. Ask her if she would rather you have to pee all the time or that your mouth is always dry.
No, that you're always thirsty. You're not. Your mouth is not dry. You're thirsty. Then you said that your mouth is dry. You're just constantly thirsty.
Oh, okay. I guess that is the way it's worded. I always just took it as dry mouth. I'd still rather have to pee than be always thirsty.
Robert.
Always being thirsty, because here's also the problem for me. If I'm always thirsty, I'm not always grabbing water. I'm grabbing beers. I'm grabbing whiskey. I'm grabbing everything. I drink a lot. I can't be that drunk my entire life. I just can't. My body will shut down. My liver will shut down.
Robert, what'd you do?
I think I would rather always have to pee. I wouldn't want to be thirsty all the time.
It
I feel like isn't it easier to go find a place to get water than it is to go find a place to piss?
Actually, as a man, no, it's not. Because at any moment, we can just pull our dick out and pee. It might not be socially acceptable, but it is easier.
Could get you arrested.
Okay.
Having to go get water can't.
Hey, can you imagine being on a hike out in the hills somewhere? Yeah, it's much easier to go find water than to just whip your dick out in a bush.
If I was on a hike, I would probably have like a camelback with me. I'd probably have water with me. So
you're always thirsty though. You're going to go through that camelback in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes later, you're going to be dry. You're going to be thirsty.
I don't know. Sound off, Gravy Gang. I would rather. If I'm in the minority on this one, so I would rather still just be thirsty.
Cheers, Robert. You had a good opinion on that one, buddy.
Our final one is from Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P. He's got our last interest question of the week, and he says, "Why are we not allowed to wear shoes on a trampoline?" I feel like Mikey's kids asked us this question. Doesn't it?
Are you not aware? I guess people don't want to get the trampoline dirty. Like so it's probably you're walking through the backyard. You might step in dog shit and track that onto the trampoline.
I mean, those are all reasons. Like initially, like what I figured was just like, you're more likely to like puncture the trampoline with shoes, which are harder than bare feet or socks. So that's one reason. And also, you're jumping around. Usually, you're younger when you're jumping around on a trampoline, and you're not as coordinated, which means like you could land like your foot could end up hitting your friend in the head. And if you have a bare foot or socks on instead of a shoe, that could minimize some damage, I guess. You'd be less likely to like land on somebody else with your shoes. Just there's a handful of reasons I could imagine, but yeah, it's probably just like you're less likely to puncture the trampoline again.
The age should probably be younger, but once you hit 30, no more trampolines. Bro, you're just gonna blow out your knee. I think that should be like once you hit 30, like stop. Like It's bad enough once you're over 30 playing in rec league basketball and shit. Like they say that is the most common injury for guys over 30 is injuring themselves playing basketball. But like, dude, trampolines, no more, dude. That is a child sport, and you just deal with it. Don't get me wrong, I love
ball though.
bro.
In a second,
dude. You would blow out your knee in a second because you would land wrong, and then it would flex back up into your leg, and it would blow everything out. I love trampolines. Trampolines are awesome.
I'd play slam ball though.
You're not, and I'm not gonna lie. If somebody had a trampoline, I'd get on it. But your boy ain't jumping on trampolines anymore. I'll drop on my butt, do a little butt drop, a little butt bounce. I'm not putting any undue stress on the knees after 30. It's just a bad idea.
Robert, any ideas from you as to why we can't wear shoes on the trampoline?
That's what I was thinking too. That you could puncture it. They're less flexible. You can kick someone with your shoes on. And lastly, I was thinking was you're tracking dirt and whatever into it.
I think it's more of a cleanliness thing than anything. Like it's a shoe. You don't have spikes on your shoes. Yeah, you bounce up. If you bounce up and your foot hits somebody on the face on a trampoline, whether or not you're wearing a shoe isn't going to make a drastic difference unless it's a steel toe. It's going to hurt one way or the other.
No, I just think like all those combined are probably the exact reason that people like take your shoes off before you get on the trampoline.
I mean, I would have to assume the main reason would be a cleanliness thing.
I never had a trampoline. I wasn't rich.
Yeah, that's fine. I had friends that had it, and they were super cool.
Friends.
And like, honestly, I gotta say, as an adult, I don't know why you would own one. It's just asking for lawsuits.
Well, and my friend has one that like when there's been like bad storms, like it'll just be in his neighbor's yard, and I was like, that would suck if it like busted somebody's window or some shit.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about kids coming over from the neighborhood using the trampoline, one of them being a shithead, double bouncing another one. They go flying 15 feet in the air off the side of it. If they're lucky, if not, they land on the edge of it and they break a leg. And then the parents are like, well, it was your house. You're responsible. I don't know. How about you just tell your kid, don't be an asshole, and kids are going to be kids. That's why I would never own
that's
one.
what like parents can do now. Like, well, you know what? We're going to have a lawsuit and have you pay for that. And back in my day, they'd be like, "Hey, what are you gonna do? Kids can be kids." You know what I'm saying? I got hurt on the trampoline, and parents was like, "Fuck! All right, let's go to the emergency room." And I'm like, "We're gonna see you in court, motherfucker."
Yeah, like, and that's the
you have liability insurance on this, and it's like I shouldn't have to. It's a fucking trampoline.
Yeah. Also, you can't just be like, "All right, if we're gonna buy a trampoline, if any of your friends ever want to come over and play on it, their parents have to sign a waiver."
That's gonna be the way things go.
And then you have to enforce
I'll email
that.
it to you.
You don't know which kid, or just don't buy a fucking trampoline. Let some other parent worry about it. And by the way, if your kid gets hurt on a trampoline, don't sue that parent for it. Dude, kids will be kids. Kids get hurt. Don't fuck over somebody else because they had something that was trying to bring joy to children.
Like you probably got to have waivers signed for pools now.
Oh my god! I didn't think about.
Probably is some family that has that.
I don't know.
I told your kid
to
swim.
I told your kid to stop running, and he kept running and slipped on the edge of the pool and hit his head.
You should have been in charge, though. Like, there's all those arguments. It's stupid. The lady sued McDonald's because she spilled hot coffee on her.
Hold on.
The coffee was hot.
People always bring that one up, but McDonald's was serving the coffee at like 180 degrees. They gave her 3rd-degree burns when she spilled it, and she won the lawsuit because you don't need to serve coffee that hot.
Right.
That is what I
will
will
still
always
have
push
to
back
put
on.
caution coffee hot.
Yes.
Because of that lady, and it's like, coffee's usually hot.
Because they should have been warning. Coffee will cause 3rd-degree fucking burns. Which, by the way, how many times have you gotten a coffee or any sort of drink from a fast food, and before you can even put it in the cup holder, the lid is popped off? That's not on the consumer. That's just don't serve coffee at a temperature that will mutilate me for the rest of my life. And like I said, she won that case. She was right.
Right, but like that opens
Everybody
the door for all the other shit too.
Everybody understands coffee's hot.
Right.
But when you're serving it unnecessarily to the point where the coffee melts my skin, that's a little excessive. And
Mark
I
it
think
down,
everyone
the Pat
knows.
sides of big business.
I'm actually not. You're siding
with
with
the little man.
You're literally siding with big business. I'm siding with the person that beat the corporation.
No, you are siding with the big
And
business.
I'm not a litigious guy.
And
You're
suing.
siding. You're siding with
You're
McDonald's.
siding with the litigiousnesses.
You're siding with McDonald's. Hey, I
You're
bet you also side
siding
with
with all
Nike,
of
right? Like, hey, if you're 4 years old, you're old enough to work, right? You're a big business guy.
You would have signed with Adidas, wouldn't you? You like the founders. Nazis.
I mean, if it was in that day and age,
Yeah,
I can't say I would have gone
would've.
against them.
He would have. All right. And on that note, we are at Past Great Pod. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please go and subscribe to our fucking YouTube channel, Past Great Podcast on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Please help us get to 500 subscribers. Share us with a friend, a family member. Just tell people to check out the pod. We really, really appreciate it. We love you guys.
Come on,
please
guys.
Keep interacting with our stuff on Facebook, trying to get our Facebook numbies back up. For some reason, they still keep fucking like blackballing us. That bunch of assholes. At Past Great Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to follow our TikTok. Comment on our videos. Tell us how hilarious they are. Comment on the YouTube video as well. If we can find, if we get enough comments on the YouTube video, we'll give a shirt away on Saturday. I'll announce the winner. All right. So go comment on the YouTube video, whatever you want to comment on it. Just go say random hilarious things. And yeah. Have a great rest of your week, guys. I have another podcast called the Throwback Blue Podcast with my friend Mike Fish. We will be doing a programming update, I guess. We will be doing that. We usually do it on Tuesdays. We will be doing Throwback Blue on Monday next week. You can tune in at 5 p.m. Central Time on the Throwback Blue Podcast YouTube channel. We will be doing Pass the Gravy on Tuesday. Doesn't really mean anything if you just want to keep a regular schedule with us, but you may be able to listen to the episode Tuesday night, because we're going to be watching West Ham on Wednesday next week. Robert will be out of town. So Godspeed to us. Godspeed to us on that one. Then Robert will be, he has a new episode of A Recent Study Suggests every Monday with him and Sam, breaking down whatever new survey they can find and telling you how they got those results. You can listen to that wherever you're listening to this, or at A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We are at Past the Great Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at Not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. We love you guys. Until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy, yeah, bitches.
Oh, oranges will sway the fur. And the hope I'm looking right at her. She got love, she got real, real love. Hear the flood